before we do get started tonight, welcome everybody to the Toivoan Trainwreck. If you know someone who wants to play a GMR game, send them my way. I'd love to talk to them about either getting on the waitlist for a campaign slot or getting into a one-shot. Speaking of one-shots, I do have a Bubble Laser one-shot coming up on May 31st, which is a Saturday evening. And with the ticket purchase, you do get an art bust of your character. So go check that out. That sign-up is directly on the front page of gmeric.com, along with the new Mosaba dice and the Mosaba edition t-shirt. So if you want to go get the unholy symbol of Mosaba on a t-shirt, go check that out right on the front page of gmeric.com. We also have the Patreon over at patreon.com/gmeric, where we did the early announcements. We do art reveals over there. We also have the GM tip videos, archives, and podcasts on YouTube. So go check those out if you want some fun listening. Toss the podcast on and hit the thumbs up. It does help me out a ton. But let's get you guys started, because we got a lot to cover now that Bryn Gemflower is recovering from his unattunement. You guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Most recently, you are here in the town of Nausha. After having defeated the dragon Sageos and ostensibly preventing his plans of world manipulation through the drug trade, you've managed to come back here and last week deal with the fact that Bryn was being manipulated, not controlled, but manipulated by an orb of dragonkind. After a significant hullabaloo and some assistance from Judith, you guys managed to unattune him from the item, and for the moment, he seems to be okay. You guys decided to go ahead and stop at the corncob stand that Coin had purchased, and that is where we pick you guys up. What would you guys like to do today?
Good question. So we technically have business back on Sageos' Island, right? Do people want to check that out?
Get our ship back.
Yeah, we definitely want to see the ship. We should check out the island and see what's going on there. Long term, it might be nice to clear it out. Also, we should probably deal with the massive mounds of gold that's just sitting in here, because leaving that does not seem like a good idea.
Indeed.
Did anyone make any progress in counting it?
I kind of assumed Coin would passively be doing that during all off time, but that is Eric's discretion what amount of time would need to pass.
I would suspect that Coin has spent a significant amount of his downtime counting this. It does not take that long to separate these into equal stacks in different currencies and count it all. So, all told, you will find that there is 12,000 gold pieces in this pile.
And that's split 7 ways?
That's up to you guys.
Well, I mean, Saphira did a lot of work before she missed out on claiming her loot.
Yeah, she can have her share of the 10,000 we got, right, guys?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Armanos is technically due any of this, though. In Saphira's speed,
Still don't really know why he's hanging around. I'll be honest.
Because he's a friend.
Well, apparently might be able to help actually get Saphira back, so I don't mind the extra hands. Coin's gonna let everybody know. He's actually going to write on paper, and he's gonna hand everyone a voucher for about 1,700 gold. And it just basically says, "I owe you 1,700." And he's gonna say, "I have finished counting. We have about 12k from the poll. If at any point you want to take your share, that is how much you are allotted. If you would like more, or you think you have an investment for the full thing, we're all ears, of course. But for the sake of safekeeping, well, I'm presumably gonna keep this all in one place. That being the bag."
Do we have space in the bag right now with Saphira in it? That does bring me to the other topic of I would like to get a Saphira only bag. I feel like that would maybe be a good idea.
How would a Saphira only bag work?
We just get another bag of holding, just put Saphira in it.
I mean,
Maybe we could find a safe place to leave Saphira. Like the cemetery. Not encouraged.
Wow.
I just mean
Hey, Jordan, guess what?
I just mean that the temples of MKL do it's one of their full-time jobs to
Bury
watch
people?
over. No, I mean bury is like just one option, but I mean it's their full-time jobs to watch inanimate objects. I mean bodies, and make sure that they don't animate.
I mean, I kind of
Really watch-
Wait, but in this case, if she did begin to animate, wouldn't that be a good thing?
Well, we don't want her to animate until we get her soul back.
Well, yeah, that would be bad. But could you even do
Like-
that? Like, isn't she in some special stasis or something?
In
Apparently
any
that
case,
is-
I
yeah.
mean, they are pretty good at watching bodies that don't do anything.
True.
I think it'd be a little wasteful to get a whole second bag of holding just to carry the effectual corpse of our friend, as opposed to just leaving her somewhere.
I kind of worry about
It's
leaving her
like a
somewhere
bank
just because
Their bodies.
we do know a non-zero number of like assassins and such are still out there hunting people in this group. Not to mention, if another bounty pops up at any point.
Doesn't she
Suppose.
appear dead though?
But if somebody puts, our bag of holding has been at risk many times.
Could we ask? Have we asked for one
That's
from
where
the
I get a
bag?
second.
From the hat? Like,
Oh, I don't know if we have.
I don't think
we
it's
wanted to
possible
buy
for
one.
a bag of holding to exist in that hat.
Do things exist
Well,
in the
the
hat,
items
or does
always
the hat just
exist
kind of
in-
make them happen? Yeah,
That is a deep question.
Should we ask it?
In rhyme form.
I don't think it'll answer. I mean, I do have a backup of the morning, so I guess worth a shot.
How bad did you think this is gonna go?
Eric, I'd like to do an insight check on if Bryn would tell us this is a bad idea.
Yes.
Oh, come on. He always says that. On the other hand, whether or not it's a Saphira only bag or just a second bag of holding to carry all of the many heavy things that we try to carry, I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
I
it
want
doesn't
to
actually have
distinguish
be Saphira
a-
only, but
I want to distinguish a waste of time idea versus a catastrophic idea. That is the distinction
Oh.
I'm looking.
Okay. That's more definitive, isn't it?
Yes.
That's an interesting thing. So
To Bryn's
Bryn has
arcane
no
knowledge.
idea on how this hat works, and we have established that multiple times. That Bryn Walker
Sure.
has literally stated, "I have no idea how this hat works," and neither does Bryn. So
Well, there we go.
that's the kind of fun part where we're just going to rely on the fact that he has no idea.
Well, then the
I mean,
scientific
worst case, it
method.
just
Like-
doesn't give us.
I feel like I would just try it, but on the off chance it causes something to break, because like when you have extra dimensional inside extra dimensional, I believe they usually just blow up. I would feel more comfortable waiting until Walker is in a session, because I don't want to ruin like his item.
Valid too.
Think it would ruin the item? Trying to pull a bag of holding?
Well,
Out of the hat?
like if you put a bag of holding in a bag of holding, then I believe they
to be
both
clear-
cease to exist.
No, I'm aware. That's what I meant earlier. But to be clear, I think that blows everything and all of us up. If the worst comes to worst, I don't think the bag just blows up on its own without damaging us.
That is correct.
I thought it blows up and leaves like where it was. There's like the vacuum space that tries to pull you through.
It scatters you across the plains.
That may be a correct assessment too. Regardless, I assumed it was code red if it doesn't work, in which case we just reset time Although I guess the hat would still be destroyed, even in that instance.
We could probably buy a bag of holding.
Wait, so does rewinding time it makes so stuff that we've consumed goes away? Does it make items that are broken stay broken?
Yes.
I didn't consume the hat.
I would
Yes.
presume.
I will tell you
Oh,
that
well.
yes, it will consume the charge of the hat. The question is, what happens when that happens? We shall see.
Does
Well,
that, Eric, only
Yeah, maybe we should just buy
as far
one.
as things?
I'm sorry? What was that,
So
machine?
for things that I know that are consumables when we go back
Yes.
in time are used up, are non-magical things still broken? That's just an interest, not
Yeah.
Well,
relevant
my
here.
question was actually about the condition of an item, not whether it's been used or not. Like, if the hat imploded and then we turn back time, well, did we have the hat? Or
You're
is
going to
the
have
hat
to
gone?
test it to find out, Ruzid.
I
Okay.
question
I
the
just-
science.
That's what I assumed. I just wanted to.
As far as
that's
the
what Wizard
mundane
was
objects,
using
they
it
get
about.
rewound by time.
I question the scientific logistics of this key memorizing organic material that is properly reversed.
I love the fact that this has become a plot hole and is going to be the subject of discussion.
It's
Hope
not
you have
like
a space template ready, Eric.
it's not essential to know. I just think it's fascinating
It is.
from a scientific perspective.
That's 100% valid. But you know my answer to that, Coin?
Please. Yeah. I suppose so.
Just have Coin do it because I think we established keys not magical.
Well, okay, hold on. Coin probably knows the price of a bag of holding on market right now. What would we be looking at?
If you could
Roughly.
find a bag of holding, because they're not
Yeah,
everywhere.
supposing we find a vendor.
Sure. Supposing you can find a vendor who has one, or commandeer one, a bag of holding usually costs 4,000 gold.
Oh, there's
Oh,
our.
yeah, we should definitely
Do
just
we-
buy one if we can do that.
There's a
Do we
baseline.
need to buy one? Like, what do we have in the bag of holding? Because we could put her in there and then she won't rot either.
Well, was she gonna rot anyways? She's in a state of stasis. I don't think she was gonna rot.
Honestly, I don't know because I was not sure whether she was dead or just unconscious.
So
Well, the thing is, the bag of holding can only take 100 pounds. So that's the issue there.
How much gold do we even have? Do we even count up all the stuff that I barfed out?
Yeah, it was
we,
about
we
12,000
didn't
gold.
identify everything you barfed out.
I thought we did identify
You
everything.
did
we not?
identify.
Did we?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Bring it.
remember what they all are, to be honest. When did we post that?
Eric, are the items that we identified from that chest we brought?
Yes.
Or was that separate? Okay.
Those were some of them, yes.
Those were some of them?
Yep, some of them were consumed by our friend Ruzid,
Oh, I see.
and subsequently upchucked, for lack of a better term.
Understood.
Could we get the list of items posted somewhere again? Because I don't remember where those
Oh,
were.
goodness. Let me pull that up, because we gave those to you last week. Go pull up the list of things that you guys collected.
Coin has the claw gauntlets on his person at
Yeah.
this point.
That's right. You've got those, which are great for you.
They're great, but it does make me have to choose my attunements very cautiously.
Alright.
Yeah, I feel that. We definitely should do. We should go sell some stuff. I feel like that would make a lot of sense.
We probably do need to clean up our inventory a little bit.
Yeah.
I have an additional question, Eric. It
Yes,
is
sir.
not urgent, but do we know roughly when the consortium returns based on like voyage time?
Well, you know that Leslie and Gert Frost are already back. As far as the rest of them, you were told soon.
Okay.
Alright. And so trying to organize these items for you guys.
Is Murmurs of Moritas a cleric spell?
I believe you can get it as a cleric.
It's on my list.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we still don't fully know what that is, do we?
The spell?
I don't know what it is.
Or
Yeah, the spell. All we heard was it's
okay.
can drive you crazy, but also can get you information, I think.
We might be able to find Saphira with it, maybe.
That just sounds like Saphira.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
Yeah, I'm
I
trying
can
to pull it
pull
up,
up his
guys. I'm
character
sorry. For some
We're good,
reason.
don't worry. We
Yeah,
should have had it. I just don't know where it is. So
it's all been added to your sheet.
I took notes.
Yeah.
I just
D&D
they're all
Beyond is not
handwritten,
allowing me to
so-
change the filters to date modified. So, unfortunately, I don't have it at the moment.
can you copy it in, Kyle? Is that possible?
I'm typing them out right now. I just handwritten them all.
Gotcha.
So I think I just posted them in the Discord.
Okay.
That's all of them. I don't know if Eric can confirm like if I missed any, and then it'll take a bit longer, but I can write out like what they do.
You should be able to get the link. So it's the Ring of Sovereign Blood, right? The Scale Plate, the Claws, the Wings, the Talisman, the Crown, the Fang of the Elder Brood, and it's Hidden Central. Yeah, that's all of them.
Okay.
Nice. That's handy. Yeah, we definitely don't need all of these. We as a group might want to decide which ones we want to get rid of, to be honest. By get rid of course, I mean sell, but...
I think some of it we were concerned about who we were selling to.
That's also fair. I also know one of these things gives you immunity to fire damage. I feel like we should just hold on to that because you never know when it might come in handy. Probably the Talisman of Molten Scales.
I believe it's resistance.
The
not
next time we
immunity,
try to make a
but
fire.
double check.
We can also maybe use the Hidden Sigil to teleport back to the island, but on the other hand, that might teleport us back into a collapsed cavern, which could be bad TM.
I can pull up his character sheet if not, but does anybody know if Bryn has a way of looking at the island or like our ship or the people?
Do not believe he
I
has
only have a
scrying.
way to teleport. Okay. I didn't know if any of his like objects would have, but
No,
I
don't
can teleport
believe
us
so.
there. But
Well, we
That's-
technically had a crew on our ship that we would just. I mean, yeah, it's been a while since we've been on it, but we had those hired men, right? And
Paid for 'em and
presumably
everything.
they were on it and they were able to receive messages. That was kind of how we contacted them from off ship. The question
Oh.
is,
Give them a
Wait,
stone.
guys. Yeah, okay, two things. First of all, I've got the sending stone to connect there. Second of all, there was the whole guy whose family was being captured and who we needed to deal with after the big fight.
I've got nothing.
which one was
Who?
that?
You ransomed someone?
No, someone else was ransoming his family so that he would narc on us, and then we would get jumped as we were leaving. Except we just teleported away and are not in the ship. / our ship might be under attack right now. We should maybe go there just in case, and also figure out what we're gonna do about that. Don't you remember, like the first mate? He was in the pocket of Saphira's family.
I think
Yeah.
Didn't kill Holcomb.
He would also be the one holding the sending stone, which is why I'm like, should we send the message or no?
we should send a message to Stanwyck. 3 words: Are you alive?
That's a good one.
Genuinely. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but we should get in contact with Stanwyck.
Sure. All right, I'll send that and ask how the island's looking.
Status report: ship and island. That's what
I
I
will
say.
pull up the sending stone and send the message. how are things looking? You guys alive? Is the island in one piece?
No response.
Oh, guys, that's not good.
Maybe he just has a lot to report.
Yeah, maybe he's busy.
Jason, how long do you want to wait for a response?
I mean, I'm giving it like a minute or two, but we're probably going to keep talking at the same time. Normally, these things are pretty immediate, I feel like. You know,
Right.
maybe 30 seconds or a minute goes by.
Just
So
like those
at first,
cops.
I'm not worried. But
It was doing
we
his
should-
business, and it would be rude to respond on a sending stone when you're in the pot.
Yeah.
I
don't want a
prefer
bunch
to
of
respond,
grunts
man. I
to
got time
take up the
think.
word count.
For the record, guys, thank you so much for not using the bathroom with your Bluetooth turned on.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it. It's happened
Far as you
before
know.
in a different campaign.
Okay, we should go check out our ship ASAP. I can just open up another mansion and we can throw all this shit in there and deal with that later if we want.
I'm happy to do that, and if we need to teleport, just let me know. I am out of character, just writing what all these things did from my notes, so it's gonna take.
Oh, I think they all just got posted
They
in
got
the
linked,
chat,
yeah.
actually.
I posted all of them in chat except for Talisman of Molten Scales, which I could not find in the item list.
I will have to go find it. One moment.
I saw Talisman of the Sphere, but no Molten Scales. But yeah, I posted all the items from the Discord list in the game
Oh,
chat.
perfect. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, I'll open up a portal. Let's just push all this in and deal with that later.
Sure.
Well, question-wise, I'm thinking, number one, Fenwick almost certainly dead, so very likely our ship is also disposed of, in which case we're gonna need to figure out that situation. Secondly, we're gonna need to find a first lead on this Saphira. I don't know if there's any soul experts in town, but we should probably give them a visit.
Yeah, I think let's go check out the ship right now because this has a more immediate life or death. Like maybe we can save people if there's anyone still there. Then let's come back. We can. I think it would be a good idea to update gear, maybe get some new potions and such. Find out some information if there's anyone here in town that knows about Saphira. I also think we could go to the magic school, to be entirely honest. And I think that'd be a good source of information for like how to hunt down somebody whose soul is missing. But let's deal with the ship first and then touch base next. Agreed?
Second,
Armedos,
Yeah.
you want to go to an island?
That should. Would not mind a visit to an island, but are we not stopping by Cobbler first?
Ah,
Wait, why do you need a cobbler?
Wanted a soul expert.
Funny.
Can you leave him behind?
Take your inspiration, Hermanos. I don't care. I love it.
Quinn walks up to Hermano. Hey. I understand it's coming from a good place, but you gotta reel it in. Okay. We've all had a very long week.
We shall go fishing.
I'm gonna hold back coin. It's alright. It doesn't
I'm
mean-
not even gonna
doesn't mean-
inquire. I'm not even gonna inquire. Coin turns around, and walks away.
Alright, I'm gonna call in my Pegasus. I opened up the portal. Let's shove all the gold in, and then let's teleport to the ship.
All right. Once that's
Or
ready,
putting the
then
gold
I'll-
back in another mansion.
Yeah, we can deal with it as soon as we come back, but if we can save these people, we should. You know, they kind of our crew and also our ship.
Yeah, they don't really deserve to die.
No, not particularly.
Whenever you guys are ready, then I'll teleport.
All right.
Mhm.
You cast teleport.
the
Yes,
And go ahead.
Tachi.
The mansion definitely happened, and we shoved all the gold in there.
Indeed.
Okay.
And I will close the portal when we're on the other side. Not that it really matters, but yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Sounds like we're forgetting something, but not that I remember.
Cool. So, what are we casting teleport on?
I have the deed to the flight risk in my inventory,
Okay. Awesome.
and previously that brought us to it. So
Cool. So
Gonna
let's-
take us to the biggest plank on the water.
So you guys will end up. Let's get you over there. And
I'm on my Pegasus just in case we're falling into the water.
of course, yeah. What's the worst that could happen, right? So
Well,
you guys will end up right here. Yep. So as you guys arrive here, the weight of the water begins to crush you. You cannot breathe. I need you guys to roll Constitution saving throws or die.
But I should
Put
ask,
us
does this...
underwater?
Except
Why
for
would you put
coin.
us underwater?
Okay. It does not apply to coin. Good to know.
Except for coin.
Can coin see in the water?
It's too dark.
Okay.
All right. Well, literally the only thing on my potion belt right now is air spores.
Okay.
I'll have some of those.
Yep. That'll let you breathe underwater, but the weight of the water at this depth is crushing. So let's get those con saves in.
That sounds awful.
this is not a magical effect for people, so it'll just be a straight up roll.
Yep.
Unless you're Tati, and then it's with advantage.
Yep. Cool. Thank you, Tati.
Yep.
Saison and Hermenos and Rusin, you guys are going to be able to survive another round. However, Tati, your lungs collapse.
Eric,
Yes?
I have an abstract question. I probably already know the answer.
Sure.
I have in intuition coin would be pretty familiar with like I guess water pressure down to a certain depth.
Correct.
I presume this is much deeper than coin is.
Much
is
deeper than
familiar-
he's familiar with or comfortable with going to, because you are also
Exactly.
potentially being crushed here. So let's
Got
get
it.
that con save.
Coin's gonna say just like, "Oh, we're deep. We
No
are
one can
very
hear you.
deep." Bubble, bubble, bubble,
Bubble,
bubble,
bubble,
bubble, bubble.
All right. So at the moment, Tati and Oshin are unable to breathe completely. Coin, your con save.
Wait, I can't.
For what?
Do you have advantage on that for some reason?
Oh wait, actually no, that's not magical. I was thinking of Sison's thing, but never mind.
No.
Yeah, nope.
All right. So, would you guys like to rewind for a moment, because Oshin, your teleporting person, is currently unconscious along with Tati.
I think if
we're-
Coin's awake, he can just hit the button and take us back.
Is Coin
Coin
awake?
has well, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, he can breathe underwater.
Right,
So
but you are at an extreme depth.
it's going to be rough, but I can do a con save for the
Yep.
pressure.
Yep, that's what I need.
But
Yeah, if you fail the con save, then we all die. That is the end.
Let's roll the con save, Coin.
Coin does. I can.
15, yeah.
He gets plus no. He gets plus 5 to that.
So,
from me.
Coin, you're okay. Oshin, you're okay because of the. Oh, you already included the +5.
Yeah.
All right, so because Coin does survive this, Coin, would you like to do something about this, as Oshin is unconscious and so is Tati?
Coin's gonna pat his pockets and bag. He's thinking whether he has a non-key item to get us out of this. He's going to gauge that he doesn't, so he's going to probably, I think, towards the end of this 6 seconds,
Sure.
just pull out the. Now, I get technically it's in his equipment,
Yep.
so he would need 2 turns, one to pull it out and then one to trigger it.
Is it on your equipment or in your backpack?
equipment.
Then it's
not
active.
backpack.
It's available to you to use.
Okay, then in one action he's going to use this. It would make sense that he has this like on a chain on his belt or something.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, I'd just give you death ward, so you're fine.
All right.
He's going to trigger the Chrononakum reset key, which would have been at the last dawn. I have it. It says Nausea post Sigeo's fight.
Yep.
Have we? Yeah, there we go.
Awesome. So you guys find yourselves here, but Bryn is not anywhere to be found.
Is Armenos here?
Hermenos would be outside the window, I believe.
Oh, this is yesterday.
I mean, Armenos.
I'm gonna open the window. How do you feel?
This is the same day, but early in the day.
Correct.
Yeah, he showed up in the morning. The key reset at dawn.
Right.
So this just Coins looks around.
Wait,
You guys don't look like you got your gills, huh?
So, whose idea was it to teleport to the ship without really thinking about where we're actually going?
Great question. Let's
Seisons.
ask the teleporter.
I was writing down notes on the loot we found, and Seisons said teleport, and I did without looking.
Well, yeah, most are without looking, but it was really more the destination that was of concern. So, what did we learn?
98.
That
we
the
would have been
risk
safer.
is underwater?
Well, the
The
ship
lo-
might not be underwater right now, though.
No, it's
Oh.
definitely underwater. We would have been safer
try
if
again.
you had gotten a smaller number.
Try the sending stone again.
I'm not here. I'm at the Best Western.
Where's Sison?
This is earlier in the day. We weren't all together yet.
I think
Okay, so for
if you
reference,
say his name
maybe
3 times, he just shows up, assuming we did something bad.
Armenos coming through the window.
Hermetis will dutifully clamber through the window.
That's not usually
have
how
you
it
heard-
goes.
Wait, so does Hermanos remember what
Are you-
happened?
Yes.
I would presume so.
Well, he still showed up,
This
so
Did we
you're welcome
teleport
to travel with us.
to get back here, or are you telling me that reverse time?
Yeah, someone used
Yes.
a key that reverses time. It was set to this moment in time when we reversed it.
Yeah, it seemed like the only way out for me.
Yeah, I
No.
think we all died.
Are you people?
We've been through a lot. You too now, apparently. You haven't been here long.
Well, now you can join the club of people who have killed the whole party, Oshin. Now you can join us with, what is it? Sison? Yeah, Sison killed
didn't-
everyone last time.
Did we all die?
I
No,
mean,
you didn't-
we were going to if that key
No,
didn't
okay,
get used.
nobody died. You were going to die. I think if we stuck around,
We were
you'd all be
100%
dead.
all dead if that key wasn't used.
There's a non-zero chance I died too. I didn't know which way was up.
Well, if you died,
You
then
know
we
what?
were all
that's,
dead.
That's fair. You can list me as being too good at teleport that it killed us. That's fair.
Okay, so here's the thing. We could teleport back. Obviously not to the ship. Maybe to the island or to the shore. But if we're gonna do that, we should probably wait at least 2 days.
Does
Well,
the
can we
Sigeos...
scry? Can we scry on the ship? No. Like, why
If
didn't we
we
just
got
scry?
That fell.
Because none of us know how.
I think that's
Then
the main
we
reason.
should have teleported.
But will Sigeos' return to his lair button still work?
Do you want to use it?
Man,
I mean,
would
not
put
really.
that coin.
That was,
I would
like-
not put that coin.
I
really wanna- you
preferred
really
the
are testing
teleport
fate,
blindly
body.
thing.
It
I
is
just-
teleporting blindly still. We have no idea what the state of Sigeos' like palace is anymore. For all we
Yeah,
know,
when
it
we
could
left,
also
it
be-
was like space and colors.
I mean, we could be under 10 billion feet underwater. We could be in a like different plane. We could be anywhere if we go through that thing. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Do you think we should hold funerals for the crew? Or should we
Well,
wait?
they might not be dead yet. We don't even know.
They're dead.
Like,
Can you
maybe
have-
they
can
died
you use
later.
sending
Don't like
again to
Sison.
see if they respond at this time of the day?
Bruiser, if Stanwyck is dead in 3 hours, we've already gone to sleep since we beat
It's not a
Sagaeos.
0% chance that they're alive. It's probably like a 1% chance right now.
Okay, let's
don't know
just send
for
a
sure.
message. Hey, you alive? To Stanwyck. Can we do that?
Who are you asking to do
Oh,
the
Sizen
spell?
isn't here again.
Going to wait for Saison.
Sison's
like-
at a
Hey, wait.
hotel.
Hey, where's Saison?
I'm currently
Okay,
debating
whatever.
if I should head straight back or if I should just go to the cafe again.
Oh.
The thing is, Bryn knows where you're gonna be now.
Well, it shouldn't force a reattune,
It's
right?
not reattuned, no. But
Yeah.
Well,
That would
everybody,
be hilarious.
it would.
while everyone's here, I need us all to agree on something. We don't tell Bryn what just happened.
Wait,
Because he would hold it over us forever.
wait, would Bryn know or not? Well, is Bryn one of the people who gets rewinded with that knowledge?
He would know we got rewound. He wouldn't know why, and I want to keep it that way.
No, I'm gonna tell him.
We just make a pact to not tell Bryn things unless he's there.
Well, he made a pact to not tell us a thing, so we're even.
No, I'm gonna tell Bryn
Yeah.
just so that if any time we teleport, Bryn will throw a fit if we don't figure out where exactly we're teleporting to before we teleport.
It's like a safety measure that
Why-
you want to
listen.
set up.
Why
Yeah,
is
exactly.
teleporting blind
You should.
now an issue? We've been teleporting
You
blind
should perhaps.
every time I cast it.
That is not true.
Yeah, I've
Should
gotten a
perhaps
haircut
consider-
in
I mean, there's
forever.
a certain level, right? I guess there's a certain level of expectation, right?
I love
mean,
the
if you
fact that we're gonna
teleport to
blame a
Nausea-
haircut for teleporting blind.
And if
Can you see my
if we
eyes?
teleport to, let's say, Nausea, odds are Nausea isn't 10,000 feet under the sea, right? Like, I would say it's a pretty safe
don't know.
thing to do. Just, be a
From
little
what
bit
I've
more
heard-
mindful about when we're teleporting somewhere, the odds that that place is not what we're expecting anymore.
From what I've heard and who was elected mayor, do you really think there's a chance they're not under sea at any time?
I mean, if Naushea's if we teleport to Nausea and we end up 10,000 feet under the sea, and that was like actually where Nausea is now, I think we just have bigger problems at that point. I think we're just screwed. Maybe at that point, the fates just want us dead,
Well, like I've said, we're gonna need to wait 2 days if we want to comfortably teleport into the unknown. We can, but it would be much more dangerous, and we don't have a pull-out button now. So, 2 days is the minimum. I think when Saison's around, we can investigate scrying or teleporting elsewhere or sending messages. If you want to go find Saison and figure out if Stanwyck's alive, I will encourage it. I'm not saying we should, abandon living crew. I just think if the ship sunk, it probably blew up. And if it blew up, we probably would have heard from Stanwyck if he were alive in the aftermath. Because he was able to send us messages, as I recall, but even if that's not true, I don't see how the 3-hour gap would make a difference. Do we know? I'm assuming none of us know where Saison is, which is a crucial
No.
sticking point here. I want to know if he's alive right now, too. I lack the means to do so. I would ask Bryn, but I don't know where he is either. And
Oh,
I
we
don't
do
want him to
actually know. Bryn's in the mansion. When he comes out, we can ask him to hold the door.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we should go hit the town then. If we can't teleport, and we can't contact anyone, and all the people that can do those things are hiding.
You can
Yeah,
teleport.
we kind of
you.
just have to. No.
No,
No.
That's a no.
no, we can't.
All right. Cool. So Oshin is asking, did anyone claim any of the loot items?
I only claim the claw gauntlets.
I don't think that Bryn claimed anything.
Yeah, I don't think anything else is actually claimed.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well see what around town is beneficial to us.
All right. So you guys head out of the corn cob stand and into the
Sounds
town.
like it.
Without holding the whole party up, I'll just let you guys go ahead. Before I forget, I do want to cast Legend Lore on the Legend of Saphira.
Ooh. Okay. You're going to cast Legend Lore on the Legend of Saphira. All right. This is where I get to do something really fun. Jordan? What's the Legend of Saphira? Or do you want me to do it?
Was not prepared. Okay, let's. I'm thinking about how I would do it.
All good, I got it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Cool. I love putting people on the spot and being like, be prepared. All right. So, the Legend of Saphira, the pirate princess of Toivoa, amazing in combat, even more amazing in the sheets. The Legend of Saphira is spread far and wide. Her name is synonymous with danger, excitement, and adventure. It's rumored that she betrayed her crew and stole a treasure, marooning the crew upon a distant island and driving off with the ship. Her crew now wanders Toivoa, searching for her in order to find the location of where she buried the treasure. It's always been theorized that anyone who could find it would be set for 1,000 years, financially supported beyond imagination. Saphira joined with a motley band of crewmates that she hired on in order to assist her in her conquest of the seas. Among them were Grung, Kobold, Shadarkai, Minotaurs, and Elves. As the captain of the great ship, the Changemaker, she pirated her way across the seas and was afeared by all who saw her ship. The ship's red sails trailed in the wind and caused anyone who saw it to absolutely try to avoid them. Saphira would board ships and slay everyone but one person, leaving them in a dinghy to tell the story of how Saphira, the great pirate princess, was merciful and yet to be feared. She's supposed to be the most wealthy pirate in all of Toivoa, but she never showed it off. She valued her name more than gold and jewels, and her fame, ringing in the ears of every child, draws them to the sea with an ache for adventure. Said that long ago, Saphira went off to face the great dragon Sageos and was never seen again.
Long ago?
This is the legend of Saphira.
What the?
It does not have to be factual.
But no obvious clues on stole stashing. But
That would not be a thing of legend yet.
I will continue to keep an ear out to the ground.
Very well. Cool.
Hey, Eric, I have a really neat question.
Sure.
The reversing time that we have,
Yes.
how would that function if we use the key that sent us forwards in time? If we did that first and once forward in time, activated the go back in time key.
That depends on where you've saved, etc. We'll have to see.
All right, so we wouldn't necessarily know how that would function.
It depends on the situation. It's a highly situational thing where, depending on how soon, how recently, what gets erased, what happens, etc.
Gotcha. So my idea, just throwing it out to the group for future thought clearly,
Before
is,
you continue, if it goes
Sure.
beyond the time that, if it goes beyond the 1 day, the expiration on the rewind goes away and you can no longer go back.
Okay, that would make sense. It's a shame because it would be really cool to go forwards in time, get information, then come back. But that
Right.
makes sense.
That's why it's situational, is that leap forward key is a volatile one.
Yeah,
Do we know how
definitely
it
need to
works?
do that someday.
Like in the item description, does it say like we roll something?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't ever seen it. That's why I was wondering.
Yep.
Oh, do you want to see it? Oh, wait, I don't have it. Dang it.
I believe it's currently in Bryn's possession.
No, I have it.
Oh, you have it?
We traded
Yeah.
it.
Understood.
I have the dumb one that stops time.
The dumb one that stops time. Mm-hmm.
The one we've used perhaps
Depending
the
on what you're
most.
doing, that can be the best one. If we're
So this
gonna
is
wait
it.
until
Did you link it? Oh, you did not link it. Here you go. It is Chrononacrim Key 2, and that is what it does. You roll 1d20 and then a 1d6. You will determine the unit of measure. Seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, or years.
well, if you wanted to use that sizen, and are you back here? Are we talking to you, or was that? out
Did
of
he
character?
come
No,
back?
that was out of character. That was just.
Mm.
I am traveling back. I'll probably get back pretty soon at this point.
Oh, good luck
Okay.
finding us. We're off the leash.
I am gonna show up and just facepalm because why would you guys leave? You know I'm coming back.
Why
I
would
should
we
have
go?
gone to the cafe again.
Assuming we're gonna wait until the key resets this coin this device, I would have something I can do, but if we're gonna do anything today or tomorrow, I won't. I don't know what everybody's plans are.
What do you want to do?
I'd have a bit of a surprise for someone here, but I would need the sheriff gold that I had, or
You
Oh.
cashing your voucher? Your bond?
not all of it. You can keep a couple hundred of it, but
Okay.
or even a few thousand. Like I have about a third of what I need.
Just take what you need from the
So-
pile and give me the number after.
All right. Well, only if we're gonna stay. Like if we're gonna try and move quickly to either go back to the island or Saphira. That's
I don't think we're in a rush. We know that the ship's gone. I don't think rushing there is going to change that. I think figuring out whether any crew is still alive could be valuable. But I don't think... I think waiting 2 days to teleport, unless we know for sure someone there needs an escort out, we just wait the 2 days. Because I
that
think there's
sounds
still...
good to me.
I think there's plenty of places to check out nearby that could be helpful. Like, I'm almost curious to go to Leslie. I mean, we still have Saphira's body. Maybe there's some blood magic that can track a soul through your blood or something.
All right.
So
Then
your
while we're
crew,
waiting,
your crew is out of contact, teleporting to your ship, put you underwater, and to go check on them.
it would be ideal to check on them. But I mean, who's in a position to send a message right now?
I believe we'd have to wait until Sizen gets back. I don't know the spell. I believe Bryn does, but
Oh, do you want to
She's got-
learn the spell?
Okay, well then my vote is we go to the
I can.
consortium and find Leslie because I'm not gonna wait around for Sazen to show up.
Yeah, let's walk and talk. I'm excited to hear what Oshin wants to do.
Yeah, I guess we could go.
well, if they're headed to the consortium, I'm actually just going to stay here and work on a surprise. You're welcome to stay with me, Thought, but
Perfect.
otherwise it should be ready by the time you're back.
Okay, see you when you're back.
All right. So
Coin strides to the door.
you guys head to the Longstriders Consortium. Guys, come on in. You look around, and you don't see anybody at the moment.
Oh yeah, Brad was out on the voyage, wasn't he?
And then you will hear, "Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Didn't we just... I'm having a severe case of deja vu.
Yeah, I had that effect on people.
Ah, okay. You're wanting to talk to Leslie, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much. She in?
I don't know how I knew that.
Well, yeah, I'm running through people's minds all day, so they get deja vu when they see me.
Okay. Go on up. She looks really
All right, thank you.
perturbed.
What was her deal? Coin says entirely oblivious to the reset.
Because that's just the way things work. Cool. So you guys go on upstairs here at the Longstriders Consortium. And there we go.
Is Ruzit still in tiny form?
Yeah.
Must be, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a normal kobold.
Cool. So
They
you
really
guys
need to
come
get
up
some
here,
rugs down in here.
come down to the end of the hall, and Leslie's doors open, and you will see inside Leslie sitting there. Well, I can't say I'm surprised to see you. It's almost like some time shenanigans are going on.
Yeah, I get that all the time. Hey, Leslie. So, first off, we did it. High five.
She looks at you and does not give you a high five.
Great. Yeah, so Chaos is dealt with. One minor patch for us is Sphere is kind of decommissioned right now. I'm sure-
Decommissioned.
I consider you a secure line, but it would not hurt to hear you verbally affirm that, these talks don't leave the room or hallway.
I can keep a secret, yes.
Okay, yeah, Saphira's soul is kaput.
No,
That thing,
you keep a secret.
You said her
Answer that.
soul is kaput.
yeah.
What do you mean, Coin?
Well, I wasn't actually in the room when it happened, so I don't exactly entirely know what happened. I just know.
I can elaborate.
Yeah, please.
So we found a deck of many. That's a great way to start the story.
She lets out a
And-
long sigh.
Yeah, and I think you know where this one's going, right? And so then Saphira's like, I want to draw cards from it. It's going to be so awesome. We're going to draw this cool card. And she just couldn't help herself. And then she started drawing the cards. And then the first card that she drew said dungeon on it. And then her body went into a form of stasis and her soul got taken away.
I understand. So how can I be of service?
Well,
What?
we're hoping to find some way to locate her without using Wish, but that sounds kind of hard. So we're asking you for help.
Well, there's a couple of options available to us. Have you tried scrying upon her soul?
You can do that.
Well,
I figured it would just be the body.
you can scry on an individual as long as they're not going to resist. And while the soul does contain the will, from what I remember of Saphira, she wasn't the wisest person.
Okay,
You
that's a
direct
good
the
one.
Scry to scry on Saphira's soul and not Saphira's body. I didn't know that.
That's definitely top of the list for us. We'll try that one.
Any other ideas?
Scrying upon her soul would be one. You could potentially call upon a deity to find out more as well. But most of the deities and I don't get along.
Not like you would be the one doing the calling. They would all hang up on you.
Exactly. So,
Good to know.
how would you like me to proceed?
I take it those are the two options on the table here.
Well, at the moment, those are what I have to offer.
Wait, you
Short
would
of
offer to
the
scry
wish.
for us?
Oh, I'm willing to try.
If you got a scry in the bag, it would
Go for
save
it.
us a lot of time.
Of course. Come in and close the door.
Yepers. Coin walks in.
All right. Who all wants to come in and who wants to stay out?
It goes in.
Tati?
Jimenez will go in.
Okay.
Tati's not there.
Tati's not there. Okay, so I have Ruzid, Coin, and Hermenos.
Those would be the only three
Yep.
present.
Leslie looks
close
at
the
the
door.
three of you. When we do this, be aware that I'm going to be calling upon some very dark magics. Any of you who have compulsions towards things that would be considered the light or goodness should leave now.
Now we're
I
good.
can see in the dark. I think I'll be good.
Should be okay.
Very well. The room will begin to get cold. The light in the corners of the room dim to where you can no longer see the walls. And Leslie reaches onto her desk and picks up the ceremonial dagger that is sitting on a stand there. She draws the blade and pricks her finger, letting one droplet of blood fall down onto her desk, where it forms a little pool, a single circle of red blood. She begins to incant upon the blood. I call upon the darkness, upon the God that makes all equal. I call upon He who waits for us all to bring us into His embrace. We call for you, MKL, to reach out your hand and show us the desecration that is the soul of Saphira, disembodied and unable to die. We call for knowledge to know where she may lie. As the circle of blood spreads outwards, it begins to rise up into a three-dimensional shape before you, glistening, and holy crimson. It spreads outwards to encompass the entire desk. As it rises, it forms pinnacles and spires. It rises and rises. You see that there are 7 spires. 2 low, 2 in the middle, 2 higher up than that, and 1 central spire that rises above them all. A castle is shown to you. A drawbridge opens. As it opens, the drawbridge crashes down upon the desk, and fragments of blood like shards of glass clatter across. The blood begins to harden, its surface turning black like onyx. You hear wails and screams of multitudes of tortured souls. I need each of the 3 of you to roll a wisdom saving throw to not go insane as you hear the very screams of the damned. Ruzid and Hermenos, the 2 of you are going to fall unconscious at the moment, insane and troubled. You will each gain a level of exhaustion due to the torturous sounds that you have been subjected to. Coin, you can look on. Coin, the figure, this edifice of blood rises before you, and I am only going to show you what it looks like. Coin, only you.
Coin peers closer.
I do not know where this is, but based off of the noise, it is near the Hells.
Near the Hells. Coin, this, I think I already know the answer to this, but Coin, as Coin, he's looking at like the local geography, and he's trying to figure out like context of like, where is this? Is this in like a terrain I'm familiar with?
You are not familiar with this at all. You've never seen anything like this.
Wow. I don't suppose there's a bridge to cross to get me there, he says to Leslie.
Not that I'm aware of. I do not know where it is. Wait, do you see that? Coming out of the castle.
Near the front?
Near the front. Coming out from the castle, a tall, slender, feminine form with long bat-like wings and a prehensile tail. Her olive skin glistens in the red light, and her long brown hair shimmers. Leslie shifts the image so that the blood of the castle drops down to enhance the size of this figure's face. Coin, I'm going to send you a message.
Oh boy. I will say one thing: the moon looks beautiful. I guess is that even a moon? I don't know.
I do not know who this is.
Oh, motherfucker.
And that is when we will... the ritual will end. As
I wish I got knocked out too.
Do you recognize this person, Coin? One moment.
Yeah.
Let's assist your friends. And she's going to cast Dispel Magic upon both of you. One and then the other. Ruzid and Hermenos, you can regain your senses, but have still gained the level of exhaustion.
What happened?
What was that?
Oh, she looked into it. Definitely got some data.
Oh god, I could kill her headache. What did she find out?
Well, from what I saw, it's some sort of castle near the Hells, I've been told. And,
Oh great.
didn't see Saphira per se. I did see one of my nightmare tenants.
Oh?
Yeah, I think we're gonna need to make a stop by Mary Way.
What? What's her name? She's
That Mary
involved
Way.
with this?
Kendall.
Kendall? You saw Kendall?
I saw she was like walking out of the Hell Castle.
The hell? Why would she have anything to do with this?
I mean, she did technically have a stake in Saphira's soul, I guess. I just didn't think that would rope her into it getting lost.
So strange.
Definitely adds more questions, but it is half an answer. Well, thank you, Leslie.
I hope it's helpful. I don't know who this Kendall is, except for the fact you've mentioned her before. You've also mentioned 123 Mary Way. Do you still have the keys?
Never lose them.
Well, perhaps you'll be able to find more information there.
Yeah, and the 70 gold that she owes me for rent.
Leslie gives you a wry grin. If that is who owes you money, I'm not sure you're getting it, Coin.
Yeah, I got that feeling too.
The room will lighten. You can see the corners again, and it begins to return to a normal room temperature. She opens a drawer, and the faint scent of lavender begins to suffuse the room. Is there anything else?
That's it for me. Got any requests, Ruzid?
Now,
You, Manos? These two might need waters, if that's on the table.
I'm sure that Olivia can help you out with that. Brad should be home tomorrow.
Duly noted. Alright, let's go get you two some H2O.
Have a
I
good
have
day,
no need for
Coin.
it.
Coin peace signs as he walks out.
All right. So, you guys can go on downstairs. Ready to leave? Or do you guys just grab some water?
So Coin's getting encouraged them to grab water, but otherwise we're presumably heading back to the bulk of the party.
Cool. All right. Then we're going to pan the camera back to the corn cob stand. The camera, none of you see this, but the camera sees Oshin bent over a project, intently working. We pan.
Yeah, with Sazin back.
Nope, that's the camera. Sason, where are you in town at the moment?
Oh yeah, I was headed back.
You're
fairly
headed back to
soon
the corn
after
cob stand?
We
Okay.
rewoke. Yeah.
And Tati, where are you?
Asking Sazin why he didn't contact our crew yet.
Understood.
I already tried it with this right before we teleported. When we come back in time, the charge isn't gonna just magically reset, I don't think. So I can't actually contact them.
One charge on that measly rock.
Yeah, it's one charge on all the rocks. You know how these work.
That is a severe limitation that should not be stood for.
Are you literally saying that's dumb?
Uh,
Thank you, Brummy.
I'm saying that we have coin and we have magic. Why are we limited to one charge on this dumb rock?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's a supercharged one out there we could get. Maybe best that this wasn't it, because honestly, it's probably at the bottom of the ocean right now.
Terrible news.
Yeah.
Or good
I
news
wish I
for
could
them,
help.
I guess, if they've moved on
Well,
already.
Can't Bryn send them a message?
Bryn hasn't come out of the mansion yet.
Oh,
think
well, why don't we
Bryn's
just go in?
hibernating.
I'm gonna open the portal.
You can do that. It was locked
Make the,
this
the
whole
click click
time.
sound. No one tried the front door, man. That's crazy. Anyway,
No, we did try the.
I really I didn't have trouble
Find
with it. I'm not saying I don't believe you guys, but you know.
Well, at least we don't have to count the coins again. Bryn,
What?
can you contact our crew?
Fine. Oh, fine.
No, he will take some damage for doing this because he is still in post wish form.
Yeah.
We can recover from that, maybe.
I can heal.
Bryn is rolling his eyes. I really shouldn't.
Just a couple
There's
messages.
like
It'll be
7 men who might be dead now.
What happened?
Our ship, it seems
Yep.
to is going to sink at least.
fine. Probably sank.
What did you guys do while I was asleep?
Well,
It's more of what we didn't
sail a
do.
ship back. If you recall, we teleported away from an exploding island while leaving our ship parked next door.
Yes. All right, fine. Eric, can I send a message to someone who I probably think is dead? Yes, Bryn, you can. All right, Eric, I'd like to send a message to one of the crew people.
One of the crew people, they have names.
I don't remember their names.
It was Stanwick, damn it, you say it.
Fine, I'm going to go ahead and send a message to Stanwick. What message am I supposed to send? Oh, I know. Stanwick, you dumb oaf, tell me if you're alive or not. If the spell doesn't work, I know you're dead.
That works.
Damn.
I think he's
What?
pretty lively for somebody with exhaustion.
I wouldn't get enough beauty sleep.
Bryn needs more beauty sleep is the issue. He is hangry, decaffeinated, and generally grumpy after having been weakened by the wish.
But now uncursed, so really he's doing great.
He side-eyes you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I think that was a spot-on brain impression. The only way I could tell it wasn't him was for the lack of math about the probability.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dead
Not
on.
enough math.
Well, based off of the lack of response, there's a 47.8% chance that Stanwick is dead. However, we could increase that by 3.9% if we assume that he would actually respond and is not an anti-magic field. If he is, then we know that he's probably around a very powerful spellcaster, which would mean he's got a 1% chance of survival. Unless he's working with the people in Bourbon, in which case we're screwed, and he's got an 83.7% chance of survival.
That's
I like
extremely
How
generous
Walker
if he's our
was
enemy.
tonight.
These are pretty good odds.
What if we went for someone who's not Stanwick and possibly working for
yeah.
Bourbon?
Agreed.
Do you remember any of their
Jones.
names?
He knows where things are.
The one-eyed guy.
The one-eyed
The
guy.
one-eyed guy.
Oh.
Wow, you know how little
was-
that narrows things down?
One-eyed
in
No,
Toivoan?
that's
Johnson.
literally his name. His name is Inman One-Eye Johnson.
Yeah.
It is One-eyed Johnson, yes. So, Bryn's like, fine. One-eyed Johnson, report up. Well, that's kind of weird. Based off of my intuition, he's got a 100% chance that he's dead
Ooh.
because the spell didn't
wow.
go through.
Oh, it
Oh,
didn't go through at all. He's just not responding. He didn't go
Ugh.
through. Well, could that be that anti-magic field? If it doesn't go through?
Theoretically, it could be, yes. So I suppose there's, what do you say, high-level sorcerer near One-Eyed Johnson who really doesn't like magic in general, so we'll give him a 3.2% chance of being in an anti-magic field if he's with Stanwyck in Bourbon.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure they're dead.
Well, funerals all around, I guess.
have another 9 funerals today. We got 2 days to kill.
Yeah, well, we're gonna need to rest for a while anyway because Bryn should probably be 100% before we do anything crazy.
I'm presuming by this point, Coin and crew are walking into the
Yes.
corncob stand.
Well, can
once
we
again.
already do
No,
something
you can't come back
crazy?
yet, Coin.
I kind of
We're
figured this
doing
was
a
happening
surprise.
while we were out.
Coin, you are being shoved back out of the corncob stand.
Well, okay.
Wait, why can't we go
Just,
in?
just another
Because
couple hours.
Oshin's working on something.
Oh yeah,
hungry.
I noticed that.
Oh, well, that's a good reason. You locked me out of my own store!
Why don't you go shopping? That could be fun. Or
Well, I'd stand by the window, but I'm too short to see through it.
like he
Give you a
can't
boost.
climb up.
Like he doesn't have climb speed.
He has sticky paws.
I mean, we do have one place to go, but I'd kind of rather not go until we're all ready, just because I don't really know
Well-
what I'm getting into.
Let's just do some shopping. We need to take it easy. The Chronacrum key is down. Bryn's out of action for I think it's a week with the wish spell, something like that.
Yes, screw it. I can
we're
go
not-
get another tattoo.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere for a hot minute. I'm gonna go see if I can get a new bag of holding for Saphira plus change. I think it would be a good idea to maybe. I want to look into some potions, possibly. Maybe upgrade some gear. I don't know how much things cost. Yeah, does anyone else want to A, go shopping, or B, see if I can pick them up anything?
We'll probably go get some tattoos, assuming they're in.
Fair enough. No one else needs anything?
Not it.
Tati, I will say before we want to do anything, Tati, I know Bryn had been willing to take back the Chronacrum key if you want to attune to something else while we're having some downtime. I also would point out that there are cool wings that we did pick up from Scaeus' lair if you're looking for more fly speed stuff.
Did you see that it also comes with a really cool lightning effect? I think it would look so cool on Isaac when he's mad.
Oh yeah, I still want to meet Isaac.
Meet him in a thunderstorm. It's the best way.
It's so exciting.
So, where are we going?
Oh, I will offload this time freezy Chronacrum key though. Who am I handing this to?
I think Bryn had mentioned that he would be willing to reattune that. I think we could probably just do that for the moment because he doesn't have anything attuned. If Eric's okay with that,
Who has my future Chronacrum?
I'm happy to pass it back over to you.
Thank you very much.
But of course, enjoy.
Reattune to that.
Really was just burning a hole in my pocket, you know.
So, you guys head off to go shopping?
Yeah, pick up some of the. I guess we'll take the gold with us.
Okay. How are you carrying this much gold?
That's a great question. How heavy is it? I don't know how much is gold versus like higher.
Well, it's
I think
12,000
you're carrying
ounces.
By clicking the ignore coin weight on the side.
I was told by my boss that I was not allowed to click that one when I got hired.
Correct.
All right. So,
Right.
we
So
ignore
that's
the
a
coin
great
weight
question.
and head off into town.
Great, cool.
So, where's the first shop you want to stop at?
Probably want to hit up, God, what's her name's Magical Emporium.
Judith's Intricacies and Oddities?
That's the one. I was right with all of the words.
Right. So, you guys head over to Judith's Intricacies and Oddities. As you come to the door, you can see Judith inside, currently busily packing up a package and wrapping it with a bow.
Yeah. I didn't know she did deliveries.
She puts it behind the counter and waves to you as you come up to the door. As you walk in, she greets you with the scent of apples and cinnamon. Good morning.
That's always so nice.
How can I help you today, Sason?
Morning, having actually survived the last adventure, I figured we'd, get some new gear, at least a couple little bits. Want to see what you had in right now.
Got a few things. What exactly are you looking for?
First thing, might be a long shot because it's always high in demand. Any bags of holding?
Unfortunately not. There was a student in here just the other day who said that he wanted to perform an experiment with one in a portable hull. I hope everything went well.
You could warn him about that. You must know what happens.
She smiles. Of course I do. However, he seemed very insistent on a first-person experience.
Yeah, fair enough. The book types always need to see things for themselves.
The book types, you refer to... Who is a book type?
Students, Bryn, for one, although he actually generally doesn't want to see things. So I guess there's two types of book types. But besides the point.
I understand.
All right, fair enough. How much let's see, do you have any +3 plate armor or +3 shield, and how much would those run me?
I do have those. They are expensive, though.
Yeah, might not be able to have the money for it right now, but something to save up for. Just want to see how much they're going
Sure.
for.
So, +3 armor, if I remember here, if I use my numpad, +3 armor. +3 armor would be 24,000 gold. And a +3 shield is 24,000 gold.
Oh, what are the odds? Okay, makes
Bryn
sense.
somewhere says about 100%. 1 in 1 technically would be the odds.
Imagine that. Okay, let's see. If I was going to sell you a +2 Amulet of the Devout and a +2 plate armor, how much would I get for the two of those together?
Well, together, I would give you, because you're repeat customers, of course. I suppose I could do, 3,000 for the Amulet of the Devout and 4,000 for the armor. I do have to make a profit. So a total of 7,000 gold.
All right, that makes sense. Just looking, yeah, we only got 12,000 gold from the actual horde, right?
Correct.
Cool. Okay,
Only.
makes sense. Didn't think we were gonna have.
Yes, only 12,000
Yeah,
gold.
this is only 12,000 gold. Hey, but it's 24,000 for armor.
It's
This
true.
economy is in shambles. No, it makes sense. Okay, well, I think I'll sell the Amulet of the Devout +2 right now because I don't really need to hang on to that. At least get it out of my inventory. You
Very
said
well.
3,000 for that?
Yes.
Great. I'll remove that. I don't think I'll have the gold for the armor right now, which makes sense. I wasn't surprised by that, but just wanted to get a sense for it. Yeah, I guess there's not much else I really need right now. Just gonna drop that off and see what the prices were.
Of course. Anything else that I can do for you?
No, I don't think so. Coin, did you join for this walk, or did you go your separate way?
Coin was split off to get the tattoo parlor.
Okay.
Fair enough. Well, unless you know anyone else in town that might be selling a bag of holding, or anyone else nearby could find one, I think that's all I need at the moment.
Well, I encourage you to check the Longstreet's Consortium when they return.
Makes sense. Someone there might have an extra.
Indeed.
Oh, I definitely appreciate it. I'm sure we'll be in touch, hopefully before the next big adventure, and if not, probably stumble in after that, as we tend to do.
Sure thing. Have a wonderful time.
Thanks, you as well.
And as you head out, the cheerful gel jingles on your way out. And then we pan the camera over to Sea-Toad Coin, who is going to Akatea's bakery to look for tattoos.
That'd be right.
So, Coin, as you arrive at Akatea's, you can smell the bear claws inside. They smell delicious, and you get that craving that you miss. That desire to eat such delicious pastries washes over you, sir. As you come inside, you're greeted by the Devronian woman, and she smiles. Ah, welcome back. How can I help you?
I was wondering if I could get 2 almond bear claws and also multiple spell tattoos.
She looks at you and looks around. I'm glad no one else is here. And
I would have worded it differently.
She's going to get some little butcher paper and give. Oh, wrong button. Stop that. She's going to get some butcher paper, and she's going to give you your bear claws and usher you into the back for some tattoos, which she will perform using her fingernails.
These are great.
Which tattoos are you getting, Mr. Coin?
All right. So number 1. Hold on. I don't suppose you do like ghost step tattoos, do you? Is that asking a bit much?
She's going to look at you. Those are exceedingly expensive.
I just figured I'd get a price check on it.
Let me pull them up. Ghost step tattoo. Okay, let's see. Ghost step tattoo.
3 charges of.
You're looking for the which one are we looking for? You're looking for the 3 charge ones? Okay.
Yeah. So for Coin will even like present this to Akatea.
Yep.
Your tattoos helped me a lot in a pinch, but I still kept ending up in this scenario where I would end up restrained, and I really need a way to break out of that. Now, I could do like a freedom of movement, but since this happens a lot, I was thinking maybe like a ghost step, or if you have any other ideas, I'm open ears.
Well, I can offer this to you. It is going to cost you 10,000 gold, though.
Ooh, mama.
That's what I like to hear.
I don't suppose you do like a subscription service where I can pay you monthly.
Layaway, indentured payments? You want to be in debt to me, Coin?
A layaway. I think I'll make it back. I just need like, I don't know, 19 months.
19 months, Coin. How much gold do you have?
Well, I have on my person roughly about 2,000, but that could be more. He just goes silent.
She waits. There's an awkward, silent pause here.
And so what would the price be on a freedom of movement flat? Just one of those spell rats.
Just a regular freedom of movement I can do for 500 gold.
Would love to get one of those.
Okay. Now, if you change your mind about the ghost step tattoo, you know where to find me.
Oh yeah, once the corncob stand gets rolling, I'll be back.
And
Some bigger stuff.
She will tattoo you with 1 freedom of movement.
Tell you what, could I also get another Summon Draconic?
I suppose it does take a lot out of me. You do have 4,000 gold, right?
4,000. Yeah, I will in 2 months. And I say if I pay you a quarter now, you know what? I'll just come back later. Thank you.
She looks at you. All right, Coin. A pleasure doing business with you.
Indeed.
Out of character, you guys have buku tons of stuff that you guys have not sold to anybody?
Indeed.
and are pulling a
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate on and holding until the final boss.
I do want to sell some of that, but I hesitate to do that without Bryn here as well, because I think these are relevant items that he should have
Yeah.
to say in.
I get the feeling most other people here have the same
Yeah.
opinion I do, which is you don't want to sell something someone else might end up wanting.
Bryn had his
Also,
opportunity
multiple
to
people in
purchase
this
them,
party.
and you guys asked for him to mention anything as well. So you guys have access to sell whatever. Go ahead, Jordan.
I thought we were
gonna say, multiple people in this party-
with Bryn.
Go ahead, Jordan. One more
I was
time.
gonna say, I was gonna say multiple people in this party either are dragons or have at one point been dragons, so of course we hoard stuff.
True. Oshin, what were you saying?
Oh, just that I thought our policy with Bryn was don't ask, don't tell.
Ah,
So if he's not here, we're welcome to sell.
Problem getting rid of this stuff. I just worry about selling really high level stuff to weirdos on the street.
That
Yeah,
actually
look,
raises a good question. I think Coin would choose to go to Judith after getting the tattoo,
Mhm.
thinking particularly on like, man, I don't have the money that I should right now. I can wait to like play it out, but that's where he will be after this.
okay.
If I've learned anything from Joe, who plays Aimer out of character, it's that selling powerful magic items to random people just creates lore.
Mhm. Not wrong. Cool. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, real quick as a group, do we want to talk about which things we would be willing to sell? Or do we want to just do that out of character
If
later?
If you want to do
online
that,
later on?
I can actually help you. So Coin is going to Judith's specifically to show her some of the most recent magical item gets,
Sure.
and he's gonna try to just hear what her offer would be on each.
Yeah, I'm down for that. If you wanna, I can kind of meet up with you and head back.
Yeah, to be clear, Coin's not just gonna outright sell stuff right now.
Get a
but
sense at least for what it's
he's-
worth. Yeah.
he's gonna be able to inform everyone of the prices.
Sure.
Presuming she tells him.
Of course. So you go in and she greets you once again. Good day, Coin.
Good day, Judith.
What are we looking at?
Been... Yeah, we just got back from a pretty brutal voyage, and we pulled a lot of fancy crap. It's fancy.
Fancy
It's
crap.
fancy objects, I should say. It's not crap.
Ah, understood.
Particularly though, I kind of wanted to lay them out in front of you
Of
and hear what
course.
your offers would be.
Which items are we looking at first?
Coin's gonna, and I will write this in the chat. I'm just getting all the names from the bag. Coin's going to lay out one by
I've got the
one
names in there. Yeah.
each of these items,
Cool.
and he'll just say, "Give me your honest opinion."
All right. Well, the Ring of the Sovereign Brood. She looks at it. This is powerful. Are you sure you want to get rid of this?
Nothing's a deal. I'm purely gauging the options here.
Well, this ring is worth 14,000 gold to me.
I see.
The
That's a pretty penny.
scale plate of the eclipsed worm, that one is going to be worth 8,000 gold. The wings of the sky tyrant, I will give you 8,000 gold for.
Wait, what is the reaction to? I just realized that that scale plate item. It doesn't define what the It just says as a reaction, but doesn't say
As a reaction.
to when there's usually a reaction. There's some sort of trigger.
Yeah, this one is just as a reaction.
Cool.
So just use it whenever. I
Yep.
guess.
You can just use it whenever as a reaction. It consumes your reaction for the round. But you can just
cool.
react to something and turn invisible.
Okay.
It's fun.
Pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
The Wings of the Sky Tyrant, I told you, the Crown of the Infinite Worm. The Crown of the Infinite Worm, that one is going to be 12,000 gold. The Fang of the Elder Brood.
Just want to say, by the way, Crown doesn't actually make infinite worms. So, very
I
disappointed
know.
with that one.
The Fang of the Elder Brood. I will pay you 18,000 gold for this in order for
Nelly.
me to shatter it.
How about 20k?
Roll your persuasion check, coin. Are you wearing your magic pants?
Oh, absolutely. But to be clear, coins
Words I
kind of
did not think I was going to ask today.
He is wearing his magic pants, so he does have advantage on this.
Coin, she will not pay you 20,000 gold for the sword.
Worth a try.
Yep.
Why do you want to break it?
Why do you want to break it?
Well, you understand that this type of sword slays people like me.
Oh, yeah.
It's for self-preservation. I'd like to get rid of it.
Well, in objective metrics, I don't want to obscure the data through your own subjectivity. Is it 18,000 because of the perceived personal threat, or do you deem it 18,000 at like market value?
Market value and personal threat combined.
But you won't pay an extra 2,000? Interesting.
She gives you the most nonplussed glare. And you have lost favor with Judith for the next 5 minutes.
I apologize for pushing. Please continue.
She lightens a little bit at the fact that you realize the situation. And we were at the Ciganos' hidden sigil.
Yep.
She's willing to give you a grand total of 6,000 gold for this one.
I'm a little surprised by that one. But I guess it is kind of rebel now.
Well, if we knew that his lair was intact, it'd be worth more. Easily triple.
Oh well.
The tome, of course. The tome is expensive. I will give you 12,000 gold for the tome. And the claw gauntlets of the Maelstrom. I know Borges would love these. They'd fit nicely. So for those, I will offer you 14,000 gold pieces.
Well, how about that?
While we're actually on the topic, now that I'm thinking about it, of items you would like off the market, I have two things that I actually might recommend. I'm going to pull out the Dragon Lance.
She looks at it. That would be one of the things I'd like removed. Yes.
What would you be willing to offer for this one?
It's used, but still deadly. I'll give you 9,000 gold for it.
And then something I'm not really sure about selling, but more of a question. You're familiar with the Orb of Dragonkind, of course.
I'm familiar with them, yes.
What would you recommend doing with one of those if we had one to keep it safe and not possessing people and not somewhere where it can get broken easily?
The one that had been possessing Bryn Gemflower, you mean?
Yeah, it'd probably be that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What you mean, it would definitely be that one.
How does she know about that?
I will remove it to a safe place, but I will not pay for it. I can guarantee that it will not come into the wrong hands. That will be my guarantee to you in exchange for the orb.
Very fair and valid. I'll, of course, have to talk with the group and make sure we're all in agreement. As you understand, it's something that we feel partially responsible for, considering it's
understand.
currently in our hands.
Indeed. Is there anything else you wanted to sell?
At the moment, I wouldn't say so. But this has been pretty invaluable. I guess valuable would be a more accurate term. This has been a pretty valuable conversation. I may be back to sell some of these. I will need to confer.
Of course. Coin, you always know where to find my shop.
Yes, I do. The best looking building on the block.
Thank you. I work hard at it. Ready to leave?
Yeah, Coin's gonna turn for the door at this point.
Cool.
I feel like just while I'm here, I'm going to sell the Dragon Lance, actually.
Cool. All right. Go ahead. And...
Just to not carry that around.
Cool.
We
You
can
don't
sell
like
other things later, but I don't think...
you don't like walking around with a 15-foot long magical weapon?
Nah, it's a little aggressive, and I think we realize that no one here really uses it. It's really useful, but just not what
For
we need.
us, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, we could take a little browse around the shop if there's anything we kind of want to buy right now. If we're in the process of selling all the crap that we can't use, maybe we can spend it on something we can use.
We can see if she has any big offerings currently available. Again, I feel like everyone could use basic upgrades to armor and such. It might not be a bad idea just to pool a bunch of money and see if we can do that. But just throwing ideas out there.
Yeah, I mean, my plate's only like +1, right? So surely you can get
Oh, yeah.
that.
We should definitely at least get you that much.
But I mean, maybe do discuss some ideas for some random crap that we might want. That's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to ask her real quick before we head out.
Okay.
I'll just ask. Hey, Judith, you got any ideas? Like any good items you might wanna pick up? I mean, we're pretty flush with cash.
Indeed, especially once you decide to sell me all of these items you currently have.
Okay, well, I didn't say we're selling all of them, but we're probably going to sell some of them. We're definitely not using all of them.
Well, let's see. There is this. This came in the other day, and maybe something that your plate wearers might consider being interesting. It is the plate armor of etherealness. And we will display that for you guys. It allows you to become ethereal.
What does that even do? I don't even remember. Move through stuff.
Yep, it allows you to walk through things.
Affected. Okay.
Something else.
Interesting, but maybe not something I want.
No? I have a scimitar of speed, which is fun.
I think some people might want that. Not me, but I think maybe Tati might want it, or maybe our new member might want it too. I don't know.
That is something I wanted to say. If we need something for the new member or any of the items we have that we're considering selling you want, just please do let us know.
And then, of course, I have this. And she goes up to a glass case. The glass case has a magic lock on it. She presses her hand against it, and the lock unlocks. And inside there, you see a staff. It is elaborate and carved with all sorts of fine runes that make it look almost smooth. She doesn't touch it. This is a staff of power.
Wow. Wait, Bryn would love this thing.
It is exceedingly powerful, but it is expensive at 95,000 gold.
Could be worth it, though. Could be worth it.
That does seem extremely powerful.
It was recently reassembled by a druid. He couldn't use it, so he brought it to me.
Huh. I think we'll have to speak with Bryn about it, but I think there's a non-zero odds we come back for it.
Very
Or-
Pretty
well.
cool thing.
I wonder if Oshin would want it. I feel like either of them could use it.
Hey, could you link the scimitar of speed? I don't actually know. what
Entire
that is.
speed, it gives you an extra attack once per round.
good.
Scimitar of speed. Yay! Scimitar of speed. Oops, that's the new version of it. We don't want that one. Scimitar of speed. Apparently, there is only one version of it now available, which is bad, but whatever. There you go. Get
Yeah,
to
the
use
bonus
a
action
bonus action.
attack.
Yep.
Yeah, not actually good for rogues and the like.
Interesting.
Out of character, just with the group, things I think we should keep of the items we've talked about. I think the claws, of course. I think we should keep the sigil. That feels like a good, just kind of item to have. And I think we should keep the wings. That also feels like a potentially useful item. And then Oshin has already attuned to one of the things we didn't actually mention. So I think we should probably sell the scale plate, the brood ring, the crown, the fang, and the tome.
Back in 30 or 90 seconds. Be right back.
I kind of
Yeah.
agree with that.
I agree. I think a lot of these things are interesting, but not stuff that we can actually use.
Why do you want the
Yeah.
sigil?
Yeah, why do we
I
want the sigil?
I feel like having a get out of jail free card is not a bad idea if we end up trapped somewhere and our one teleporter's down.
That thing
yeah,
does work
make it-
through anti-magic. We just need to clear out the landing zone and kind of convert it into, a little safe space.
Yeah, and I realize it would take attunement to do, but I feel like having that in the back is not a bad idea, especially when we're only being offered 6,000 gold for it. Our lives are definitely worth more than that.
It is about time that we got our own private island.
That's what I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah, the former owner is gone, so
Free real estate.
first to claim it kind of gets it, I think.
It's just covered in elementals and giant robots and undead monsters. But
Well,
Other
some of
than
those
that-
probably
Clear-
vanished
clear
when
that out.
Gaeos died.
We can make a weekend out of it.
yeah, I don't disagree. I think this is
Bring
a good
some
idea.
brooms,
Private
some
island.
knots, some swords, some mana potions. So we'll just knock it out.
All right, do we want to agree to sell those 5 things then, just so that we don't have to keep running back and forth?
Fine with me.
The
I
fact
think
it
keeping
doesn't
the
give you
sigil-
any kind of magic bonus to hit, right?
What thing?
The fang.
I don't think it does. It's also a great sword, so it requires 2 hands, which,
Hard pass then.
yeah, exactly.
That's
No
great.
one here. Like, I could use
I like
that if I
the-
gave up my shield. That sounds like a bad idea.
I
I
should
liked
go
the
for it.
paralysis thing, but
Yeah, it's really
I think that
cool,
works.
but
That might work best then with coin if he has a slot for it.
the great sword.
what?
Well, like I don't think that he like his monk extra AC doesn't work if he's holding a shield or armor.
Yeah, but he can't really. I don't think he's even trained
Probably
in
a
the great
monk
sword.
weapon.
Yeah, I don't
think-
know if you've even trained in it, but
Oh,
also
that's
you have the
right.
claws, which is so much better for you.
Yeah, normally I'd
That's
agree,
what I thought
but
we were
the-
talking about. That's why I was confused.
No,
he-
we were talking about the great sword.
he does have the claw.
Okay.
Coin would say, other than the claw, obviously, I think he thinks we should keep the sigil. One, because it's the cheapest thing there, so it's not as urgent to sell. 2, because we might find value in it, or like combat benefits of having it as an option. Especially if we do like genuinely clear the landing zone.
Yeah, I think hanging on to the sigil and the wings are pretty safe and have a lot of potential upside. Maybe they just sit in our bag and we never use them. But even the wings is something like I'd consider swapping out one of my items for, depending on which environment we're in.
I'd agree with that. I think that the sigil, even if it sits in our bag, I'd feel more comfortable with that than putting it out in the open.
Cool. Okay, we can sell the other items then, unless speak now or forever hold your peace.
No, I think Walker would have told us if he desired keeping one of these in particular.
Makes sense. Okay. I think that'll give us 64,000 gold to be spread amongst the party, which is pretty respectable.
Said 64,000.
Yeah, sorry, are you back, Eric?
I am.
Yes. Cool. We are going to, yeah, should be 64,000 gold. We're going to sell the brood ring, the scale plate, the crown, the fang,
Cool.
and the toe.
Awesome.
We're going to keep the claws and the wings and the sigil.
Understood.
Eric,
Yes, sir.
we don't have to play this out, but Coin has, as established, kind of has like a 5%. I can't remember the word, but he has a deal with Judith where he gets like 5% off, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Does not conventionally sell things, but you know Coin, he's gonna try and get about roughly 5% of a squeeze out of this, so about 3,000 thrown on top of the 64.
Roll your persuasion check, sir.
Do you reckon he could pull that one off?
We shall see.
Let's see.
Yeah, with a nat 20, you will pull it off.
He's gonna do a lot of kissing her shoes, talking her up. And I love the tiling in this place is phenomenal. I mean, I'd bring all my wares here.
She smiles
you-
at you at the obviousness of what you're doing, and that's why she
Yeah.
finds it entertaining.
So make that 67,000.
Thanks to Magic Pants.
Okay. You can
You
thank my
love
pants.
to see it.
Go
I will
Max
update
fans.
the bag of holding to reflect this information.
Okay.
So deducting the 1,500 Oshin pulled out, that's 70. It's basically 78k gold sitting in the bag now.
Correct.
Someone will need. It says, and I would advocate you, Anthony, remove the items that have been sold, just because
Yep.
I
You
don't,
got it, I'll do that.
don't have a name.
I am at this point very tempted to just pick up +3 plate mail, especially because then I could hand down a set of +2 to Ruzid, which I think would be good. Right, you use plate mail?
Yeah.
We said that's 24,000. Okay, we have plus doing some math here, trying not to draw too much from the group.
Judith, how much would you pay us for a vicious star knife?
I'll give you 120 gold for the Vicious Star Knife.
I asked
Didn't seem
because
to
we
value it that much, huh?
it's just we've had it for like years. We've had it months that feel like years.
Yeah, I might as well just get rid of it at this point.
You know what? I'll
You
take it.
technically have had it for years because you guys did time travel with it several times.
Yeah, it's literally been a. You said like 120.
Yes, sir.
You said like 150.
No, sir.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate the
personally
attempt, sir.
I personally have about 13,000 gold. I can take my approximate share of the big sell we're doing here.
Sure.
Plus, I think my 1,700 from the other, and I should have about enough. Let me confirm here. So 13 from me. Good old D&D math.
You mean D&D?
Yeah, fair enough.
D&D is math.
It's imagination with math, guys. Anyone who argues doesn't know what they're talking about.
Okay. Are you okay with removing 11,000 from the group bag at the moment? I haven't put in
Yes.
the 67,000 in.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Coin, would you be okay with removing that?
Yeah, it's fine. We sold so many things.
Yeah. Did you put the 67,000 in the bag?
Yeah, the 78,050 is reflective of the most we have right now. Everything is accounted for on my end.
Great. All right. If you could remove that 11,000, then I will get a +3 plate, and I can bring the +2 back for Ruzid.
All right, are you able to tell me which magical items we sold, just so in the bag of holding I can remove those?
I'll just hop in and do that right after this. Don't worry.
Okay, you said 11K off of the money then?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Perfect. Great. And I'll pick up the +3 plate.
Cool. Easy enough.
And then I guess on the way back, I would like to stop at a potion store as well.
All right, you going over to Fairboiler's honey hole? Awesome. So we go ahead and take you over to Fairboiler's honey's hole. Hey guys, you know any environmental artists? Send them my way. I'd love to talk to them.
All right.
Faguchi.
What about artists for people? Because I feel like we're about to see a child.
As you guys come in, you are greeted by Mrs. Fairboiler. Mrs. Farboiler greets you. Welcome back.
This is upsetting.
She's a gnome! Oh, damn, you guys. She's a fully grown gnome woman.
I'm sorry. We're not trying to buy any cookies right now. Thank you, though.
I thought they
Oh,
were
you used that
still,
line last time.
How have the guards never done anything about this situation? What are they doing in this town?
She's in her late 40s, guys.
Wait, I thought they were selling lemonade, not cookies.
Like, whatever your skincare routine is, you should market it. You should sell it.
I use coconut oil.
And then stop doing that.
Yeah, and then lay off of it for like 3 months.
Okay, for the record, I challenge any one of you guys to go find a gnome piece of art that is either not young or not ancient, withered, and wrinkled to all hell. Because it doesn't
He said it's
exist.
generally ancient and wrinkled. I'll give you that one.
I feel like I could definitely find some that doesn't look like a 3-year-old child bride.
Doesn't look like a 3-year-old child.
No,
Bride.
he looks six.
Child bride.
4-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe like 4. I'd go as high as 5, maybe.
5. That's your limit.
I mean, the relationship between her eyes and her ears tells me that, yeah, 5.
Both about the same
That's out
size.
of 5.
Are you saying she's got small ears or big ears?
I'm saying they're in the wrong location.
I'm saying she has big ears and big eyes.
I am working on getting more art for all the characters, guys. It's just hell of expensive.
We all know that Parboiler is scum. So
This is
Yeah,
nothing.
I hope you know this is coming from a good place.
I know. I know.
Why are we here?
I actually had a question. Do you know of any potions, / do you think you could make a potion that does small amounts of healing over time?
Ooh. Jimmy tried to make one of those one time, and it gave him the runs.
Did it heal him as well?
No.
Hey, that would be a reasonable price to pay.
Unfortunately, no. I know how that works, and that is a really bad idea for game mechanics. You do not want me to put that in the hands of any NPCs.
Pretty reasonable. I still wanted to check nevertheless if they existed out
Well,
there.
there's a
but
spell that does it. There's
There are,
regeneration.
yes.
there are
However,
spells, yeah.
gaining
Potions are always a
regeneration
different
straight
beast.
off of a potion, no.
The regeneration spell you don't need to concentrate on either, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, I'm a paladin. I can't cast a spell, but I sure can drink a potion.
Yep,
Yeah, alright. Fair enough. Figured I'd just check while I was around.
of course. Anything else you need? Any other supplies?
Yeah, I feel like we should pick up some just potion supplies. You agree on that, Coin? How are we looking?
How much you need?
I feel like you're the one that does most of the brewing, I feel like we should just pick up some potion supplies because I'm sure that we'll.
We could definitely
Yeah.
use another at least like another 2K. Let's say another let's say 4,500. You get like 4,600 herbs and ingredients for potions.
She smiles. Of course. We can absolutely hook you up with a couple bushels.
Okay.
And she will go and get you several large baskets of herbs.
I'll put us at about 7.5K
Okay,
for potion making.
sure. She collects
Nice.
all of these herbs and piles them together in a massive heap. The pile of herbs looks like a hay bale. What do you want to do with it?
Stuff it into the bag of holding.
All right.
Should we bag of colding those?
Oh no, they're
Should
dried.
Yeah, these are dried herbs. I don't think they need to be on ice.
No, I agree, but like, just to ease of keeping things separate.
It's a good question. I mean, I guess freezing them wouldn't like reduce their potency, right?
Nope, it would not. There is a side effect though. That has nothing to do specifically with the potions,
Yeah.
but
They're all slushies.
no.
You
see-
smoothie potions.
Saphira, you are going to be well seasoned if they put it in the bag of holding.
I mean, we already were keeping herbs in there, so she already is at this point.
Understood.
Well, she's a seasoned adventurer, right? So it's nothing.
That is absolutely legitimate. She is a seasoned adventurer.
Also, to be clear, we're not
herbs.
just throwing random stuff uncontained into the bag of holding. It is contained within like a duffel bag or like
Okay.
a leather pouch.
I mean, I would assume that.
I said it was a
selling it.
hay bale. Hay bales don't usually come in bags, but if you want to buy a bag for an extra
In this
3
case,
copper, you
I
can.
was referring to previous ingredients. In
Oh,
this
okay.
case, I suppose it would be a hay bale.
Yeah,
Well, I thought like generic potion ingredients would be in like a pouch or like
Sure.
anything, like any container.
that's fine.
I think Coin's just gonna throw the hay bale in the bag of holding.
Okay,
Honestly,
cram it in through the opening. Understood.
and Coin says, "I'll organize it later."
It falls
Cool.
in
I'll,
and, rests gently against Saphira's unconscious face.
Yeah, we need to get her a second bag of holding at some point, but that's fine. I'll check the consortium later.
Hey, we should
Sophia,
just get like
make
a
a note.
comfortable bed.
Saphira, make a note that if you do manage to get your soul back, your hair will be laced with herbs.
Laced.
Writing that down right now.
We
Just
should
gonna
just,
have all
like,
sorts of debris.
Wait.
We should pick up a comfortable pillow and a throw blanket and put it in there. Might make it a bit easier for her.
So, just for the note taking, these herbs are going to weigh 70 pounds.
Yeah, I think we need to watch the bag of holdings weight before we put that.
That would put it over, which is to say we would need to pull out 7 pounds, which Coin can do quite
Well,
easily.
let's
but-
just put that all. Let's put all the potion ingredients in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Yeah, Coin will he's gonna throw it in, realize that it's too heavy, and then he's gonna scoop them all out. So she will still get seasoned, but
Understood.
only a little bit.
I love how we're having a
we-
debate about how seasoned Saphira is getting.
We might need to take out the 28 pounds of fruitcake in the bag, though, depending on how much weight we're putting in.
Wait, how was the
70.
fruitcake?
Okay,
No,
sure.
this is the one-
Wait,
this is the
let's
one-
put- no, shh, we'll give it to him. We'll give it to him. Don't worry. Yeah,
No, you
we got
have
you,
it,
Ruzin.
Ruzin.
Ruzin, do you take the fruitcake?
Well, you're just gonna dump it on me? I just said I wanted like some fruitcake, not 26
Well-
pounds of fruitcake.
It's 28 pounds. Check yourself. No, you don't. Come on.
If we fed
I could
the
maybe
fur
eat this
cake-
if I was a dragon right now. I can't eat this as me.
Oh, with
Well,
that
do what you
attitude.
can, and then we'll talk afterwards.
I mean,
From,
like I
like,
can eat a
a-
lot, but 26
Yeah.
pounds of anything is, or 28, whatever, is too
Screw
much.
it. Screw it. I'll take a pound. Coin takes a pound of the
It may be
fruitcake.
larger than the two of you
Wow,
combined.
thanks for lightening my burden by 1 pound.
All right,
Mathematically,
you're down to
what
27
happens
pounds.
if we shove the fruitcake down Severa's corpse?
Ew.
Coin does a sign with
Does
his
it, like,
hand to say
disappear?
no.
Don't do that.
All right, so you're staying away from Saphira right now.
Please.
Coin
I'm not
takes out
sure,
another
so-
5-pound slice and he holds it out for anyone who wants it. Coming
Here's it.
once, coming twice. Coin throws it. He just chucks it into a bush.
You hear a bird die.
Can I take that damage?
You're gonna take the damage for the bird?
Yeah.
Do you have to be able to see it?
I might have had to know it was there. At
It's
least.
okay.
I think that's at
No,
least fair.
bird's dead.
Coin
Death by fruitcake.
Coin.
takes another 10-pound chunk out and he holds it out for if anyone wants any.
They said you've been granted inspiration.
Ruzit takes like a big bite, and like that's all he's gonna have.
Rizid, you've also been granted inspiration.
That's all he can have.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Fish
one really big bite. He's like, fruitcake.
It's
Now,
it's
if I
so
recall,
dry somehow.
So
if I
dry.
recall,
Roosted.
when you try to eat this, it silences you.
Rizid, here's the fun part about this. This is the bag of holding. You said you took a big bite, right?
Oh no.
In the bag of holding?
No, the bag of colding.
I'm not sticking my head in the bag.
No,
of
you took a
holding.
bite
That's-
of the fruitcake that was presented to you.
Coin, it's freezing.
Oh yeah, it's frozen.
Freezing, it's
yeah.
freezing.
So,
Coin has some
Ruzid,
too.
you have brain freeze as Coin gets inspiration.
Yeah.
Ah,
Coin throws it to the nearest garbage bin.
Okay?
ow.
As the frozen fruitcake hits the garbage bin, you hear a crack. And the fruitcake didn't break.
Wait, are we gonna have to pay for that?
Not if we run. Sorry, buddy.
Coin says it's just a possum, but he doesn't say anything because he ate the cake, so he's just talking. His lips are moving.
Goodness gracious. All right.
And then I move the potion ingredients over.
Sure. The fruitcake is still fresh, thanks to the magic of the bag of colding. And it tastes very good, but it is dense. And I do need you guys to roll Constitution saving throws if you ate it, because it's extremely boozy. You gotta beat a 10 or get tipsy.
Well, that won't be a problem for Coin because he literally cannot
Oh
get
yeah,
drunk.
Coin can't get drunk. Bruzid,
Yeah.
your con save or get drunk.
Yeah, like that's gonna fail, right?
Right. Okay, you're good.
Drunk, brain freeze, mouth shut together.
Mm-hmm.
This is delicious.
All right. So ready to leave Fair Boiler's Honey's Hole?
Yeah.
Say so.
I'm ready to head
Only
back.
be
I've got
fair.
everything checked off my list. Oh yeah, Ruzid, of course I'll give you the plate mail +2, just to be clear.
Oh yay! Wait, so then what?
Yeah,
I
there
do
you
with my plate mail +1.
We have to go back and sell it.
So yeah, we're gonna sell this thing.
Yeah, we can just sell it real quick on the way back.
How long does this silence last?
The silence, I believe, lasts for an hour, if I remember right.
Oh my god. So wait, then Ruzid's also I'm just talking to the two of you. Like, this is... I can't remember any time when I've been in a room with the two of you and it's been this quiet, not just like been free to speak. It's a little bit
Coin
unnerving.
raises a middle finger.
No, I'm not taking questions at the moment. Put that down. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think about the group? I feel like we do good work together. I wish like Saphira would stay with the group more and not always get hurt. But on the other hand, it really gives spirit to the group. Don't you guys think? Yeah, I know you agree with me. I'm just gonna ramble on for a while.
As you take advantage of the fact that Coin and Ruzid are silenced thanks to fruitcake. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do?
How long does the silence last?
An hour?
Oh boy.
But you guys will find that about this time it's going to be 4 p.m. You've been very busy today.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I mean, I'm ready to head back. Do you two want to mime if you need to go somewhere else, or?
He's just gonna point at you and then gesture for you to put his hand, grabs your hand and then puts it on like his shoulder or something. Just trying to like gesture, like in confused, he's gesturing at you, Sison.
Yeah, I'll pat your shoulder. Yeah, I really appreciate you being around
He's
too.
just giving
know?
you
You're a great
daggers
guy.
right now.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I thought
Nice,
I was
just
right with
passing
that
him
one.
over.
In my defense, I don't know. It's fruitcake. I do not have magical solutions to fruitcake. I don't think. Listen, you want a protection from good and evil? Maybe it's an evil fruitcake.
Ruzit
But
nods his head. Like,
you want a protection
Yes,
from
I
good
do.
and evil?
no. Ruzit shakes his head.
Right. Okay, but here's the thing. What do I have for it? I don't know if I actually have anything for it. I honestly don't think I have anything for it. Yeah, it's not like a spell.
Wow. I'm sure you have a water skin, Sason.
Oh, that? Yeah, I'm gonna pass him my wineskin.
Ruzit drinks.
Your silence goes away.
God, you're such an idiot.
Do you not have water on yourself?
No.
No,
What? Why not? How am I the idiot in that situation? Also, I didn't eat the cake that we knew did that.
It was really yummy.
Was it worth it? Oh yeah,
No.
sorry. I'll pass it over to Corey.
For a moment, we have a flashback to the Toivoan Trainwreck throwing water skins in the desert on their way to the central wall.
Yeah.
That's incredible because I did not know that happened.
Yeah,
It saved our lives. He's spinning it wrong.
it did. You're not wrong in that it saved your lives, but it did happen.
Good water.
I mean, it had to save our lives because we dumped our bag of holding in the desert
That's
at
true.
the same time.
They willingly unloaded the bag of holding in the middle of the desert during a fight.
Which is
There's
why I'm saying
context.
we shouldn't just carry Saphira in the bag of holding. There's so many ways that can go wrong.
That's why I want a second bag of holding to carry Saphira.
That's just
Also
another
because-
opportunity to drop her in the desert by accident.
By the
hear
way,
you-
this
What's up?
never really mentioned this, but we should really go to Mary Way, like as a group.
I don't particularly love that place, especially bringing everyone there.
I mean, I don't either, but it is going to be the strongest lead to finding Saphira.
What?
Oh yeah, I've only told Ruzit this. Yeah, we went to Leslie. I'm gonna have to repeat this for Bryn later. But we went to Leslie. She gave us essentially like a scry on Saphira's soul, although I guess she conferred with MKale. We saw a vision of presumably where Saphira's soul is. It's in a castle, somewhere near hell, vicinity. And who do you know is there? Kendall, standing by the front door. So maybe
So
we go.
this place looks like it's in the hells. I don't suppose it gave a like crimson glass vibe.
It looked like a big brick castle in the middle of hell. Very rocky terrain. I genuinely could not tell where it was, and Leslie couldn't give me a clear direction to walk either.
I might
All I
know
know is-
a little bit about this place.
Yeah, I could draw you a rough portrait of it, but
You know, it couldn't hurt. But on the other hand, I don't know if Kendall's gonna be the best person to go to about a place like this in terms of helping us.
well, I just think if nothing else, we get a little bit of interrogation might go a long way.
you're gonna interrogate her. No offense, but every time I've seen you guys go over there, it's been more of, worshipping the ground she walked on almost.
That's everybody else. I'm kind of exempt from that rule. Now.
I am gonna insight check that, I think.
Go ahead. With a 20, it's partially true.
I
Okay.
suppose so. You could probably intuit that Coin has definitely fallen for her charm before, but as a monk, he is capable of clearing such things on himself.
Yeah, I guess that's the question. How much would I, as a high-level paladin, know about his monk abilities?
Roll a history check.
Oh, yeah, alright. So it's gonna be basically nothing.
Okay.
Well, just in case, maybe
Sure.
No, yeah, basically nothing.
Basically nothing.
That checks out. I think... Alright. Ruza, are you here with us at the moment? He's still here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Dispel Evil and Good on myself. And then I'm going to use Break Enchantment to touch... I'll start with Coin. Did it show up? No, it didn't. I need to show that. To try to remove any enchanting presence. Why is it not? Sorry, I'm trying to make it display.
Okay.
There we go. Display. Yeah, I'm going to use the Break Enchantment to try to remove the charmed effect from any elemental, fey, fiend, or undead on Coin. I'm then going to try to do the same thing on Ruzid.
All right. They're because of the strength of the charm that they're currently infested by, and how long they have been underneath this charm.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
We can rules lawyer this right now.
Yeah.
Monks can end charm on
Right.
themselves.
Yeah.
So is Coin effectively not under a charm, or is this and he doesn't realize it?
He doesn't realize it yet.
Gotcha.
He hasn't ended it yet, because why would he yet? He doesn't have a desire to yet. But he could at any time.
Well, okay. Well, I can go back on this.
Sure.
What had occurred in Merry Way
Uh-huh.
was Coin's all of his papers were destroyed by a water flood. I think
Sure.
Isaac had
Yep.
done a storm. And in the moment, I had played that as I would consider Coin being a stillness of mind, in the sense that all he's thinking about is his papers and the preservation. And
Okay.
he would have triggered stillness of mind, not through the intent
Mhm.
of ending a charm, but through a monk being in a flow state.
Interesting.
That was how it was played.
Yeah.
You ultimately decide whether it applies here.
Yeah. Does stillness of mind only clear charms, or does it do other things?
I will go pull it up. I think it also clears one other thing.
Yeah.
But
Let's take a
or
peek.
frightened. Charmed or frightened is what is ended.
Okay. Yeah. So, Coin's not charmed at the moment. But yeah, for this, because of how long Ruzid has been charmed, literally years, can I get you to roll a charisma check or your spellcasting modifier, Sason,
Sure.
to try to override it?
Seems like odds will be low, but I may as well give it a shot.
Do you live next to a police station or something, or a hospital?
We're a couple blocks away.
Damn,
Okay.
that was a great roll.
Yeah, not a bad roll.
So yeah, you are able to break the charm on Ruzid.
Oh,
So
wow,
which
okay.
charm is this? Because there's there are
Yeah.
Would you like to do it again, Sason? But would you know that there's more than one charm on him?
I actually do, because I know that he had an encounter with another succubus.
Okay.
So I know there's two. This first one was the attempt for Kendall.
Very well.
Oh, no, I'm
This
not
next
charmed by
one-
Kendall.
This
Oh,
next one is
finally I
going to
can
be.
speak freely about that bitch. I hate her. I hate her so much.
And the second one did not get dispelled.
So close.
It's
I'm gonna
okay.
give my inspiration to make him reroll.
You're going to use your inspiration to make you re-roll it? Okay. That's fine.
Understandable.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'll go for it. Let's see.
There you go. All right. Crimson is no longer charmed at the moment.
Wow. Okay, I didn't think that would work. Okay. You're
Wait,
aware
I
that
finally
you were charmed.
Have no ulterior motives anymore.
Okay.
Kind of weird.
Coin, you're also aware you were charmed. I'm sorry for not fully believing if you were or were not charmed. You have to understand, as the new member of the group, walking into that house, everyone being like, yeah, oh god, it's so rough going here, like, crazy.
God,
Then going
I
there,
get
a
it.
bunch of creepy stuff happening, her being all nice and bubbly and also creepy as all hell. Not a vibe, and you guys didn't seem to want to talk about it. And every time I tried to talk about it, you were like either really happy or just said we shouldn't talk about it. It didn't feel good.
No, I get it. Totally get it.
So okay, here's the thing: you guys knew Sears the succubus, or did you know that? Do you know that?
That she's a succubus?
Yeah.
I didn't know a word for it, but looking back on the behavior, I can definitely, doesn't take a lot of convincing.
Yeah. So I've done some looking into her in the background because I was trying to figure out what we want to do about this, and we can go into all that later. Point of the matter is, she's, let's say, a succubus princess, basically one of a few, and that place that you mentioned, that sounds like the Fortress of Crimson Glass, which is basically a succubus stronghold, which is really bad news and sounds awful. I don't think we should go to Mary Way yet until we're sure everyone else has been cleared of this effect. I think if we go there and we start talking about this, things could go very poorly if part of the group is still charmed by her. As far as I'm concerned, you two are safe, and I don't know if anybody else is now. My plan was to speak to Isaac at some point, just because he's someone else who had contact with her.
Yeah.
But now that I at least have the two of you cleared, we have.
I mean, Oshin should presumably be safe too.
No, I think Oshin met her,
Ah.
and he seemed to drink the Kool-Aid, as it were.
Well then, yeah, you may want to be thorough.
Yeah. So I personally think we don't talk about this with the group until I can repeat this process on everyone else, and it might take a bit because honestly, the spells, that's a hard thing to get through. I'm also not going to be able to do it again today. That takes a lot of magic out of me.
Valid.
For the record, this is a
do we
really
wanna-
good piece of art and matches very closely to what Coin saw.
So that's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I propose over the next couple days, the two of us, or the three of us, two of you and me, meet with one other person at any given time and try and remove the effect from them.
Well, I mean, we can head back to the corn stand and figure it out over the night.
Yeah, again, just I don't think we should talk with everyone else about it, just in case. I don't know how deep this charm effect goes.
I'll hold off
you-
on mentioning what Leslie showed us and where we need to go until you've done your walkthrough. How about that?
All right, that seems fair. And again, I think having you guys come with me might not be a bad idea. Just if things get bad, it could be a good idea to have backup.
Fair enough.
Cool. Ugh, God, it feels good. I'm so glad you guys are all right now. That place is creepy as hell. You need a new house.
All right, Tachi, you're going to spend 1 silver piece.
Okay.
So,
All right, I'm headed back. I need to let my tattoos heal. My
awesome.
body's aching.
Cool. So we go back to the corncob stand. As you guys walk on in, Coin, you unlock the door. Come on in.
Yep.
It's your place.
I'm gonna climb over the window.
All right.
In plate mail.
Clank, clank, clank.
Just break the other window.
No lead from Leslie yet. We're gonna have to wait for the consortium to show up to ask around some more. Which I
Well,
guess would be a deception check from Coin.
Yep.
20.
Oh, thank God.
I believe him.
Yep.
Why are you squinting at Coin?
I was just wondering if he could tell what we were up to.
Oh. We hide the body.
Well, I mean, would Coin have an idea?
Coin, your passive perception is how high?
Plus 16.
Coin, you walk in and there's another grung in the shop at the moment, currently testing corn recipes. He's a handsome man, though. His muscles
Is
ripple and glisten.
Is this an animated person I see? Or
Yes.
just like a vessel?
He looks up at you and brandishes a corn cob.
Hey, buddy.
He's a real boy.
Is that what I think it is?
So
You
this
know
is
it's
you
what
think
beautiful.
it
size
is?
was?
What do you think? He's I call him C2 to Coin.
For the record, we have not agreed on that. I've been arguing him for like an hour. Yeah. Has he even asked you what you would name yourself? No, he hasn't. This is ridiculous. Hey, do you want to do something? I know exactly what you're thinking.
Oh no, what are they thinking?
Doing coin tricks.
The coin by the door is going to grab at his left pocket and just sprays like coins forwards towards the second coin. The second one is going to like reach both his hands out and grab each of them, like each of them hit a finger. And then he collapses his hands together. And then he flips his hands sideways and they're all in a stack. You don't know how he did it. He just combined them all into a stack at once. The other coin claps.
Walk over and pick them up. We've been practicing that while you're away. I thought you'd be impressed.
Went a lot better this time, though. And then coin 2 throws them all back to the first coin. But the first coin goes, I'm missing 2 of them. No, you're not. Okay. They both
I
put something
figured
in their
somebody
pocket.
needed to run the corn cob while we were gone. And
The coin
what better
cob?
than you yourself?
Oh my god, this is gonna make it so much easier. I have been busy non-stop. Yeah, and now I can actually focus on my freaking work now. I feel like calling you Coin is gonna be a problem, though. Yeah, I've been trying to come up with new names for you. Me! I'm the real one. Well, okay, real is a little offensive. I think we should call you me Coin, and you're gonna be working at the corn cob stand, so maybe we call you just like corn? Corn?
How about
You're not calling me corn. Cash. I like cash. I think we should do corn. No? Guys, cash is pretty cool, right?
Coin and cash?
Coin and cash kind of goes pretty well, right?
At this point, they've walked up to each other, and if you're not paying attention, you probably genuinely can't tell which is the real one.
Oh, one of you have a very enchanting pair of pants.
That's
The other
true.
one has some very fine suspenders.
Okay. Well, how about I flip a coin? You call it. Heads is cash and tails is corn.
You don't want to be Coin and Bill?
I listen to Says, and I think we could be like a beautiful duo of cash in coin. The second coin pulls out a coin, and he goes, "You know how we do things." Okay. You said heads is cash, right? Heads. And coin 2 is gonna flip a coin. No! Hold on. I'm burning a lucky. You're not burning a lucky. No, I'm burning a lucky. Coin 1 is gonna burn a lucky to You're not gonna burn. I'm burning another lucky. You only get 2 more of those. You realize, like, those don't come back. Just flip it again. Okay, it's cash. I burn my lucky. No, don't. Coin 2 is gonna burn his lucky. Okay, I have 2 more. No, you don't. You're not allowed to. Okay, I burn a lucky. I only have 1 more. I burn a lucky. Are you sure you want to burn your last lucky? Yes. Okay.
I don't
How
even
many?
interrupt coins, but he doesn't get those back.
He knows. How many do you have left?
Pause.
I still have 1.
Are you gonna be able to run the corn cob without those?
Oh my god. Okay, I'm cash. Damn it. I'm all out. You were gonna call you burned all of that just to call me corn? You burned all of it to not be corn? Okay. Coin 2 lets out a sigh of relief. Being a simulacrum with 0 luckies. No.
However, I will grant Cash inspiration for the great role play performed by you as a player.
Truly incredible.
That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
That was great. I'm going to be telling that story for years.
I was genuinely hoping it would land on Corn just so Coin could call him that, but now I gotta follow through.
Yeah,
We just witnessed greatness.
that was amazing.
All right, now what do we say for me running our stand? Thank you, Cash. That's right.
Now the question
sure to
is,
hit-
which one of you two is wearing the pants?
I mean, let's be real. They're gonna be both wearing the same pair of pants in a month, but I'm gonna trade it on the weekends. I think realistically, Coin
Yes.
is gonna say, okay, well, for the sake of posterity, how about you wear our old red pants? I'll wear the new black ones. That's a fine trade-off with me. And then Cash goes and changes, so you have a visual indicator now in character of who is Cash and who is Coin.
Which one's wearing which?
I mean, yeah, Coin is always wearing these black
Black
striped
pants.
pants.
Okay.
Right. Whereas Coin is wearing his old red palette.
You mean Cash?
Cash is wearing his old red palette.
Understood.
Cash kind of feels like an upgrade. Don't push it. Okay.
Ah,
I don't want to eat all the roleplay, but I could do this.
please, absolutely
You could
go
just go
for it.
forever.
This is amazing.
Would you like another serving?
I'm gonna be expecting updates on this place, alright? Yeah, I bet you got notes too. You bet I do. I know, I've already written them. Oh, this is so convenient. I don't even have to write my own notes for you.
I love salty, but if I knew this would happen, I'd just make a third coin.
We need more.
Oh man.
With your wish, you clone every member of the party.
No.
That'd be a great one-shot. We all just play simulacrums and die at the end of it.
That'd be fun.
It would be really fun if everyone played as someone else's simulacrum.
That'd be cool. Just do a Secret Santa of, hey, we're gonna do a jumble, have fun.
That sounds upsetting. Being handed a
laugh.
level 19 character sheet and being like, good luck for an evening.
That sounds
It's only
incredible.
upsetting if you. It's only upsetting if you draw ugly Bryn. No.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, we only have 2 alter egos. We've got Salty Sazin and we have Cash. We don't know who everyone else is when they're cloned.
One day. One day.
So as you guys are sitting here enjoying the banter between the two dashing entrepreneurs over there, Sason, you're gonna feel a tap on your shoulder.
What the? I'll turn her. Oh, it's gonna be her, isn't it? I'll turn around.
Hello,
Yeah.
Sason.
You could just appear in front of us. Going behind the back is just showmanship, and you know it.
Well, a girl has to try. Now, where's the skull?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, about that.
Whoa! I thought you were gonna give us the details of where to find the skull.
I told you it was in his lair. You brought it
Yeah,
back, didn't you?
you know, we tried our best to retrieve it, but between us getting killed, or almost, well, one of us got killed, and we also all almost died, and the whole place exploding, we kind of had to just pick up whatever we could and run.
So, I brokered a deal with the World Eaters to assist you in your assault on the island. They did their job, I did mine, and you didn't hold up your part of the bargain.
Well, okay, hold on. Here's the thing. Well, why are you talking? Why are you? No, I'm talking. Okay, hold on. They're gonna flip a coin to decide which one of them gets to talk. Damn it. Coin's gonna real coin. Okay, here's the thing. So, we had to deal with Sigeos first. It was a problem. We dealt with him. We're gonna go back and get the skull. Okay, we just have to rummage for a while, and we'll find it.
Okay.
There was not a window of time to actually find it without creating problems for the Sigeos.
Yeah, to be
long
clear,
do
we
you
never
think-
saw it.
How
We
long
could
do
do
you
some deep
need?
sea diving for you, I guess. I mean, isn't the whole place underwater now? Like, the
Oh
island's gone?
no.
Maybe?
It's
No?
a crater. It'll fill eventually, but it's not full yet.
So, how indestructible is this thing you wanted us to search after? You think it would survive that explosion?
Oh yes.
Maybe we could do some scanning of the area then, I guess.
Well, I wouldn't want to get cross with Sason. After all, deals are meant to be kept, aren't they, Sason?
Hey, trust me, we haven't been trying to get out of this. We've just been busy in terms of surviving and killing the massive dragon that was, causing huge
Yeah,
problems.
We're not trying to cross you. I mean, we're probably going to go back to the island anyways just to figure out some other crap over there. But sure, we'll try to find your skull on the way, like...
Roll a
over
persuasion
there.
check, Grusid. Because you're being quite eloquent. The 15. Fine. Okay. How much more time do you need? I'm kind of on a time crunch, and I'd like to get the skull.
Well,
So,
we didn't know much
you don't
about
know
time
exactly
crunch.
where it is either, right? We just know it's on the island? Is that
Well,
correct?
it was in his lair. So if the lair's now a crater, it's probably at the bottom of that.
Maybe, like, locate object might assist us here, you think?
Probably going to be the best
believe
bet on my end.
That would be a great choice. That's so insightful.
Well, I'm just trying to, like, make sure that this is something we can actually do. Like, if we
Oh,
don't
of
have that spell,
course.
we might be screwed in terms of trying to find this crap for you.
Oh, I'm sure Sason here, and she's going to pat you on the shoulder and kind of lean on your arm, is plenty smart to be able to find just a skull made of black onyx. Aren't you, Sason?
I'm going to just shift over a little bit, just scooch the chair. Yeah, we can find it. I'll need a day to get the spell ready, but we can go and look for it. Didn't know anything about any time crunch. I don't recall it being part of the deal either, but, we do prefer to keep with the spirit of the deal. We are trying to get it for you in a reasonable fashion.
I understand. I just wanted to make sure you didn't forget.
I'll forget it.
After all, things have layers of importance, and we wouldn't want someone else to find the skull before you.
It definitely seems like you wouldn't want someone to find it.
Well, it would complicate matters in our relationship, don't you agree?
All right. We'll maybe get a run going tomorrow. I'll kind of look around the group. Maybe we can teleport over there and take a look.
I think you should give us 2 days of prep, 2 days of search, and 1 day, clean up loose ends. Tie up loose ends, get back here, get it nice and spit shine for you. Call it 5 days flat. We'll have it back to you.
Well, your persuasion check, Mr. Coin.
With advantage.
We'll have to promise a timeline.
So with the 16, Mr. Coin, because of your magic pants, she smiles at you. I'll do you better. 7 days. After all, I have a performance in Shattershade Eye that I'm supposed to be attending. So 7 days from today, I want the Skull of Drunath prepared and ready.
Certainly. No, okay.
Well, a pleasure as always, Sason. I look forward to you being successful.
I'm sure you do, and I look forward to hearing the lovely skull conversation when it happens.
Indeed. So, what do they serve here?
We're
Why
not
don't
open
we?
yet.
We're not open yet.
No, wait, go for the ants.
I'm sure that there's samples, though.
Yeah, we actually do. We
The
got...
bug samples.
Okay, so hear me out. Fire ants. The Cash just says fire ants.
I helpfully grab some and then bring them over. I make sure that they're still crawling.
Like fistfuls or like the jar?
It's on a corn cob on a stick. For
This is
sure.
a delicacy of my people, an extinct people. Well, there's 2 of us now, I guess. Endangered people.
Understood. And she's
Add a
going to...
centipede just for good measure.
You're going to add a centipede for good measure? She
Like
bites
finding a
down
curly
through
fry.
the centipede, leaving the head and tail of the centipede on the corn cob, as she consumes 30 ants with her bite of corn.
Honest feedback. Thumbs up? 2 thumbs up?
It's
3.
got an interesting zip to it. But I prefer more of a corn flavor. Perhaps some butter or seasoning next time. Are you familiar with chicken salt?
Familiar, but I've not tried it. We'll write that one down.
I would encourage you to try it. I think it
Cash
would be a
makes
good
notes.
flavor.
Cash and Coin both make like identical notes, and then Coin just like puts his up in a ball and then throws it in the trash.
Understood? As you delegate?
Yeah.
Wow, that's some character growth.
He delegated
Right?
to himself. That's
Shh. He's doing something.
This is taking a lot of self-control, all right?
I love it so much. Well, a pleasure talking with you all. I hope your establishment thrives. But, Sason, when you have it and are ready to close the deal, just call for me. I'm always listening.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
And she leans in, and just before her lips would touch your cheek, she disappears in a shower of rose petals that dissolve into nothingness.
I use cleansing touch on myself, not to actually remove anything, but just cause.
Understood.
Why did you invite her in here, Sizen?
Okay, you know for a fact that was not me.
She clearly likes you the most.
That's
Even
only
every
because
day
Saphira is not
outside.
here. You know what? She probably came in through the window. I'm gonna close the window.
The window is now closed.
You know, I'm really looking forward to getting the skull and getting this over with, except something's telling me it's not gonna be that neat and easy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that like we're gonna go there, we're gonna cast locate object. It's either not gonna be there, or there's gonna be someone else trying to take it from us, or like I don't know. Just so
It'll be
many
a
the
horrific
optimist
weapon that we
route.
don't want to give to this lady.
I'm just being realistic.
No, I'm worried even once we give it to her.
You're considering the question of what is the worst that could happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't even know who she is. I'm gonna look
Yeah,
around.
but why do you have to put it that way?
Crazy.
I mean, he might know.
You might. Yeah, wait. Do you know her?
You've been doing some sailing. You've come across the World Eaters before?
Oh, of course I've come across the World Eaters. They are a piece of work. I can say that much.
Yeah, pure art, some of them. That one, though,
Well,
not so much.
Different artists have different tastes.
she's not really a world
But
eater.
they're-
She was just
they're-
kind of using them.
Cash says, would you say that they tend to bite off more than they can chew? And then Coin says, dude, why?
No. They're quite competent and very aware of their own abilities.
I don't disagree, actually.
You have not crossed them, have you?
Oh, we've crossed
Partnered
them.
with them, I think.
We've crossed them. We've worked with them. No,
as
to be
in-
clear, we like mutually set a goal to take down Sageo. We were not like aiding them in their work.
would have no issue with that. I simply meant you have not earned their wrath.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'd say we have a good business relationship, but also the island did kind of blow up, and I don't know where they were in regards to that.
They knew the deal.
You didn't check on them?
How would I check on them?
We actually we did check in with them, did there?
I feel like Tazi has a drastic misunderstanding of what I'm capable of.
That's accurate.
I want to point out my aura, 30 feet. I know what's going on within 30 feet, and that's barely with this group. Anything past that,
Okay,
I want to
for
say it's not my
reference,
problem, but
we told them we're gonna take down Sageos. Island probably blows up. You're on your own after that.
Mhm.
That's how I remember the last conversation going. Now, whether or not they feel we didn't give them sufficient notice of the explosion, that one's up in the air. But
It took us days to make that explosion happen.
it was like
Yeah,
a day and a
honestly.
half, wasn't it? It was pretty quick. Maybe 2 days.
Did we specifically tell them to sail away from the island?
Well, we told them it would blow up. We did say there were bombs planted somewhere.
we didn't like give
suggested
them
people
like
take care of that.
we didn't tell them like count 6 hours and then dip though.
Oh, you should
They
have
probably
said that.
figured it out.
Well, we didn't know how long it would take. We didn't even know if the bombs would set off immediately
Or at all.
or at all.
They probably
I would
should
say
have
if they did not secure the means of their own survival, then I would classify that as a skill issue.
Damn.
So we might have to take a detour, it sounds like, back to the island before... But we don't have any leads on Saphira.
Right.
Hey, Eric, I have
Yes.
a very technical question.
Sure.
When you become a simulacrum, are you actively unattuning from your attunements, or are those considered to never have been attuned in the first place?
That character is not attuned at all. It's not that you become a simulacrum. A simulacrum is made of you, a copy of you, without the attunements.
The reason I ask is if I were to give Cash the ruby coin of luck, would that be considered reattunement or attunement?
He cannot gain attunement.
He cannot attune at all.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons
his
Salty
ability
had a hard
scores.
time.
Yeah, his ability scores cannot increase. He cannot gain abilities. Cannot recharge, etc.
That's entirely valid. I was
Yep.
purely out of curiosity.
Absolutely. Yep. Cool. So, ready to get a long rest, or is there something you'd like to do this evening?
Do you guys think it would be mean to ask if Bryn would cook something? He does seem
Yes.
a little down right now.
I don't think he would appreciate it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think he would appreciate being wanted, but I don't think he would appreciate feeling needed.
Anyone else suddenly hungry for pork?
Always
no.
All right, I was just suggesting.
Are you suggesting that we go to a business opponent and give them business right now? During my
Is
setup?
An opponent? I mean, pork and corn cobs.
It's the same market.
Is it the same market? Like hungry people?
Same market.
Is that your market?
Yeah. We
The
are
people
competing.
who would eat.
We are competing.
I would have considered them complementary goods, one as a side for the other.
Ooh,
No.
a partnership in the future?
Let me nail down my menu, and then we'll mingle. And not just because Justin doesn't want to do 3 voices.
Does that mean we're not allowed to eat anywhere else but the corn cob stand when we're in town?
You can, just don't let me know.
All right, I'm just gonna go for a walk this evening then.
Does everyone want to go out and just
Walk
vibe
around?
for a couple hours? Coin, you can't go.
Coin said, I'm fine with it. He's not. It's a different headspace.
Cash, do you
You're
want to
right.
join for dinner?
I'm good.
We could bring something back.
Bring back like a stack of nice paper for me.
Okay.
Weird choice for dinner, but okay.
Eats, please. Like, can't really judge.
All right.
Coin is gonna walk up to Cash,
Mhm.
holding the ruby coin of luck, and
Sure.
he's gonna say, "Hey," flips it to him. Cash goes, "You know this is functionally useless to me, right?" Coin goes, "Yeah, I know." Then he walks back out from like.
Wait, Coin, you do know if you leave that far enough away from you for 24 hours, I think you just die, right?
No, it's if I reattune to it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Wait, so you're never gonna reattune to it again? You're done with that thing?
I got all my luck right here.
Looking at.
You guys.
That's
Oh.
so nice.
He's not gonna say it, but that's the implication.
So, no good luck, but you sure have bad luck.
My eyes get so big. So happy. I'm gonna go spread some good luck in the town.
All right. So we go out into the town.
And I may as well ask also
sir.
if, since Cash cannot functionally attune to it, is he able to have it on his person and not be subject to the negative effect of attuning?
Right. Except for if Coin doesn't have it with him for 24 hours, it unattunes from Coin.
I'm aware of that. I'm simply, for
Yep.
like visual sake,
That's
Cash
fine.
having it like in his mouth without
That's fine.
all hell breaking loose.
Now, I thought you gave the ruby coin of luck to our friend Wardy.
No, as you will in the Chrononacrum
Oh, okay.
coin, killed Wardy and then gave it back
Understood.
before ever using it.
Gotcha.
Then we met him in Shu,
Mhm.
and he got the one from this Wardy
Gotcha. Okay.
through the deal.
Understood.
Just making a hobby of taking it away from Morty.
Yeah.
Fun hobby. It's a good hobby.
It's a good hobby. Wardy shouldn't have it.
If I had a coin for every time I took a coin from Wardy, I'd have 2.
No, you'd have a
Just-
coin and a cash.
And a cash. I'd have a coin and a cash. But yeah, he got a second one through like a legitimate negotiation.
Awesome. And for the record, I did save your Fortress of Crimson Glass because I liked it.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I also have your
just-
boat. I also have Ruzid puking coins, and I have Coin eating popcorn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you have that one bird you drew on that map that one time?
Oh yeah, the toucan that actually got noticed by
Yeah.
the Beneath Fallen Skies group like 2 weeks ago. Like they were flying over that 2 weeks ago, and they're like, "Is that a toucan?"
It is.
They passed the
Iconic.
perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one of the other groups, Awesome Blossoms, hit Ryport and saw Coin, the Changemaker in there. They're like, "Is that a boat?" Yes, it's a boat.
This makes all of the doodling worth it. It makes it feel less like I'm graffitiing on Eric's work.
I love it. I think it's great, and I leave it on there for a purpose, just because I think it's awesome.
Cool with me. But yeah, mechanically, just for the sake of, I am aware coin would be unattuning from the coin of luck.
Very well. Oh yeah, one more example. The Us Against the Gods group, when they were in Australia, saw all of your Australian graffiti where you drew the whole landscape off to the right with the skeletons and everything. Yeah, great.
Nice.
All
But
right.
yeah, I would say I, as a player, am ready for long rest. I don't have business I need.
All right. So
Yeah.
you're ready
I
for
guess
long
we
rest.
should-
The rest of the party's going out for pork.
Okay, actually,
I'm going out. I'm not going for pork, but
Yeah, if you're not into pork, we don't have to do pork. I was just suggesting.
no. You guys can get pork. That's fine. I'll just get something else somewhere else.
Maybe like a. Well, now I'm curious. Now I'm narrowing my eyes at you.
Sayson, what are you getting instead of pork?
What fancy food is this guy getting?
Well, you guys, I don't eat meat. Season's never had meat. He avoids that. Yeah, he's just gonna look for like a nice.
Is Sayson a
What?
vegan?
Season's been a vegetarian.
Technically, this is fake pork. Just saying. But what?
I appreciate it, but
Zero calories.
Just for the record, Sayson, are you familiar with how the pork stand here works?
I am familiar with the pork stand,
Okay.
which
It's a
has
principle.
some vague questions. I don't really know how that would be answered.
It's
Season
cruelty.
doesn't want to think
Look,
about it.
it's cruelty-free, 0 calories, 0 cholesterol pork.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he's still gonna pass.
Okay,
This doesn't feel right, you know.
it's not right,
I mean,
but
that's
that's
what
besides.
I'm gonna contest
Might
it.
as well
Cruelty
just,
free
uh,
I'm contesting
say
it.
Yeah.
What was that?
I would argue that a
Jordan?
conjured pork is still capable. Like,
I assume
probably
it's
doesn't.
cool because you get spawned in just to be instantly killed.
If anything, it's less humane
It's like
than like a
being
real
spawn
one.
camped.
What was that? What was that, Hermanos? What did you say?
He just pats Sayson on the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You get used to it after a certain amount of time, but you know, they're always like this.
Does the scent of steak entice you in spite of your vegetarianism?
Nah, he's been doing this for like 50 years. At this point, he's very used to it. The smell's just kind of like, it doesn't put him off like it does some people. But he's very neutral to the scent.
Very well.
If he's really hungry in general, it is still a smell of food, so it might make his stomach rumble, but it's not like it feels like he desperately misses it.
Got it. Cool.
Think we can get something for everybody. I don't think we have to.
Well, are we gonna do a sit down, or are we trying to like pick up and like walk around the city a little bit? Like what are we?
Let's do a pick up, walk around, and sit down, and then we can pour some out for our lost crew members.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
Remember their
it's like all three
names?
combined.
I definitely know their names.
I definitely don't.
It's
I mean, I wrote them
someone
down.
wrote them down.
Yeah, we can pour one out for all the crew members except for Gilman.
Yeah, screw that guy.
So-
Now I do remember him.
Yep.
Well, you missed out on Foylan's funeral, so you have to come, Saison.
Yeah, I'm still kind of sad about that, actually. That I felt bad.
I like this. Let's
Sure,
go
alright.
grab some beef jerky, some trail mix. We'll go up to the
Oh, so now
cemetery.
you can eat food.
Salad. You can get a salad.
A salad. We'll go up to the cemetery. We'll have 9 micro funerals. We'll make a day of it.
All right, so you're going to have funerals for Piper, Whitcomb, Inman, Herndon,
Tell
Jarrett,
us all the names.
Middleton, Hooper, and Gilman.
Correct. Those won't be the
Not
names
Gilman.
that we
not,
say.
Not
but-
Gilman.
Not Gilman.
I mean, yes, Gilman, though.
Pour one out for the guy with the beard, the one guy with the big nose, the one with the one eye. Who's that other one? The shirt with the 2 shirts. The guy with the 2 shirts.
The guy with
There's
the 2 shirts.
no way that we spent weeks on this ship and Tati didn't get to know how many family members they have and where they've been
That's
and
valid.
what their biggest kill was or whatever.
Cool.
That's true.
So, Tati, tell us all
Piper
about
came
them.
from a family of 14.
Yeah, no. So Jarrett, yep, oldest brother, looked after his younger siblings, took this job to support them. Now they're not going to have that money incoming. Do you think we'll actually send over like a death payment?
I don't think he had insurance.
Did we have?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
did they have insurance?
I don't think so.
Did we pay them enough to have insurance?
Definitely not. I can't even afford that insurance.
Don't we pay for the super expensive insurance? Or well, maybe we don't. We should. Shouldn't we pay for that insurance for like someone gets true resurrected when they die?
I mean, I don't know
I
if we have the
haven't.
money for that, and also
Who would
we don't
want
even
that?
have fully
That sounds
upgraded
awful.
gear. Like,
Buddy, our insurance is a blue crystal that we shatter on the ground.
I thought the insurance was that key you just used.
Yeah, and it's spent.
That's the backup insurance.
We're on the backup insurance. Yep.
Already used up everything from the current plan.
Well, they were a
Hunter
good
wants-
crew.
Yeah.
Continue.
No, you're right. They were. I think the best extended crew that I've ever sailed with. Truly.
I agree to that. They didn't ask too many questions. They got business done. They were
They-
cordial, on time.
They never tried to mutiny.
Not even once, to my knowledge.
oh, wait, no,
like, we
there-
gave
wasn't
them
there
a
one
lot
guy
of
that was-
opportunities.
Didn't
well,
Stanwick
yeah,
try to
Gilman
mutiny?
was, yes, Stanwick was actively working against us.
Yeah, but it
That's
didn't
an
work.
exception.
It was so ineffectual that it wasn't like a real mutiny. It was more like a cute thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be the reason everyone's dead.
Yeah.
every-
Well, we know.
well,
he-
we don't
he just,
know.
like capsized the ship on purpose.
If he capsized the ship on purpose, MK will know, and he will get. Well, at least the story will be recorded there.
Wow, this is really touching, Tati.
Thanks for that, Toddy. Thanks for that.
I think, yeah, if they're dead and he capsized the ship on purpose, MK will know, and we can check. We can check
How are we
later.
able to check that? How are we able to check that exactly?
Through
Call 'em up.
prayers. Pretty much,
All right,
yeah.
Why don't you check?
let's
right
do
now?
it. We're turning this funeral into a narc session.
No, we're not, because we still have to talk about fucking silver teeth not.
You knew their families, huh?
Well, what's strange is there was like no SOS call, right, or anything like that. Wouldn't I have
Nothing.
expected to
Well,
receive
the
that?
person
been,
that would
very
make the
sudden.
SOS call was the one that was possibly responsible. So
I don't believe
Oh.
it of him. I
we're
don't think he
saying-
would have done
Mm.
anything.
So you knew someone was working against you, and you still put that person in charge of making an SOS call?
Wait, why did we give Shamwick that? Yeah, I'm with this guy.
He had faith that he would make a better choice.
I don't
no,
think. I don't recall us
his
knowing he was
family-
actively working against us. I thought he was just sort of a weird guy that
He
we
was
didn't
a
have a full
suspect.
read on.
No, his family was kidnapped by Saphira's family, and he was like, "Please don't like do anything weird because they're watching me, and also they have nails all over our ship and can spy on it all the time, and they're gonna jump us as soon as we leave Sagios' island." And we were like,
They
"Don't
had
worry,
nails all over
we'll-"
our ship.
Yeah, they put nails into our ship so they could scry on them. And we were like, "Don't worry, we will help save the family, and we'll figure out a way to get you guys out of this." And then we didn't. And now
I feel
we're
like that's a
here.
conversation you had, Sizen.
No, you are all here. You guys.
I
convinced
don't
me to
remember
be
that
all-
conversation at
I
all.
didn't agree to anything.
Wait, was
Oh
there
my
an
God.
agreement? I thought it was just the Screw Stanwick Club.
Okay, whatever
Stanwick
the
itself was
case.
pretty chill. Anyway, great funeral. Let's keep going.
I pour one
Cooper
out.
had the best collection of teeth that I've ever seen.
Like in,
His
on
own were a
his,
little
in his
weird.
mouth?
Though. No.
No, not in his mouth, in a bag.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like if you never got a chance to see, it was. He had more teeth than most people have in their mouth.
oh, that's
He
what
never
he
spoke
kept
to you
asking
about
me to look. He kept asking me to look at his bag. I thought he was just taking a swing at me.
When he'd get bored, he'd throw one at me to see if it would curve at me. That's creepy as hell.
Well, I misread that guy.
He had one of the most unique hobbies that I've seen on a ship. It was really good. I wish I had that bag.
Well,
Oh,
we
well.
might find it. Sorry. It was a
No.
hoot.
They liked beer, so I'm glad we brought some for this funeral rite. Oh, Pooper. No, Pooper. Yeah, for sure. That's why. Well, I'm sure that's not the only reason he went by Silverteeth, but you don't want a name that could be confused with Pooper.
I'm sure they'd want us to drink to their honor.
I think I'm gonna need another to get through the rest of these.
Whitcomb Jones was a cool guy. He was up with me on a few night shifts. Played I Spy. It
Could you
wasn't
see
a
in the
deep
dark?
conversation, but it was a nice one. What's that?
No, I was just wondering if you could see in the dark, because
Well,
I know you can. And I feel like it's a little bit unfair.
yeah, no, I won most of it, but he mostly just like I spied stars, and I didn't get those.
Couldn't see him?
I just didn't know what stars he was referring to. He would be like, I spy something white.
Mhm.
And I would point at like 30 stars, and he would say no, and I would just give up.
He knew how to play that game to win.
Yeah, dude was tenacious. Coin pours went out on a rock.
That was someone's gravestone.
You guys sit here and eulogize your former crewmates. The crowds begin to diminish as the sun goes down. You guys find yourselves standing in a graveyard, reminiscing on past adventures and past friends. As I say, bless you to only cash, not coin.
That's
Make
surprising.
sure to add a
Neither-
one. Make sure to add a 1d4 to your tackles and saving throws for the next minute.
Yeah.
Damn.
Get those bugs.
Yeah.
So, as you guys get done, do you somberly return to the corncob stand, or
Well, there's
what is
one
the plan?
more. There's one more eulogy for the flight risk.
You
For the flight risk.
for the flight risk
Mhm.
itself.
That boat
We
knew
got-
how to
we got
sail,
2 ships now.
and it knew how to fly. And now
Can I get
it
a-
knows how to die.
We're gonna get a 3rd ship at this rate.
I feel like we're having bad luck with ships. I don't know.
If we're
I
gonna
think
have
we're
a
gonna need
private
one.
island, we need a ship for sure.
Yeah. Well,
And
I
if
vote
need
we
a
go to
ship,
the
We can just
docks.
have like a dragon to fly you around.
I vote we go to the docks and sink the sending stone I have linked to the crew.
Sure.
Just kind of useless now, and I feel like that's a little symbolic for the flight risk and the crew.
I suppose so.
I think we make a messy and rowdy and also singing approach to the docks.
Anyone know any good ship shanties?
Sea shanties.
Yeah, that's the one. Hey, it
What
says,
do you
how
do
do
with a
know?
drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor?
No, maybe
What
that's
do you do with a
insensitive.
No, that's perfect.
You-
They were drunk a
drunken
lot. I saw them.
Cool.
Yeah, but they're not up and rising anymore.
Yeah. Not anymore.
They're up and rising somewhere else.
Ooh,
Huh?
ooh, the bottom down.
Great. Well, as you guys reach the docks to place the stone in the water, is there any final words you'd like to say, Sason, as you eulogize your ship?
It was an incredible ship that truly carried us through the waves, carried us through the sky, and carried us through good adventures. Crew in the same way. They really did stand up for us, and they weren't afraid. Well, they were afraid during very large fights that took place, but nevertheless, they stuck by us and always got us through safely. I thank them all, and I hope they're in a happy place, or at least not an objectively bad place like some afterlife can be around here. Anyone else? Any other words?
Coin turns his head left to right. It's not in a nodding sense, but in a emotive sense.
All right, I'll skip the rock.
You skip the rock. How many times does the sending stone
I think-
skip out into the ocean?
I think I'm up to 1d10 because every time I've hit max, I've gone to the next die.
Yo! Pretty good.
Very
So-
good.
9 skips out into the sea, where it is going to disappear into a small wave. As the white foam spreads across the surface, you watch it sink below and disappear. Last shreds of your connection to your old ship are washed away and buried at sea. That's a great spot for us to end for tonight. And come back next week with Brinjam Flower in tow and a bit of information and a lead towards how to find Saphira. Figure out what path you guys choose to take, whether you're going back to the island of Akeda to uncover a skull like you promised, or if you're going to go and try to find Saphira's soul before doing that. We'll find out next week on the Toivoan Trainwreck. As always, guys, thank you so much for choosing me to be your GM. There's a ton of amazing ones out there, and I'm always thankful you choose me to be yours. Do check out the Patreon. Check out the YouTube channel where we have the podcasts, the GM tip videos, the archives. We also have that one shot with Bubble Laser on the 31st. Go check that out because you do get art with the ticket, as well as we have the Mosabe Edition dice and t-shirts available on the front page of geomark.com. If you've not seen the dice, they are clear and crimson, and depending on what angle you look at them from, they are either clear or blood red. They're really cool dice. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. If you know someone who wants to play in one of my games, send them my way and we'll talk to them. And we will catch you guys later. We'll be back on Friday night for the Friday Night Lights as they are trying to find the drow that poisoned Neve Dorcadas.